This is Guardian Radio, your station for up-to-the-minute news, intelligent, interactive, and engaging conversation. 96.9 FM. The views and opinions of the hosts and guests are their own and do not necessarily reflect the position of the management and staff of Guardian Network.
Good morning. There's a renewed focus on the shantytown issue, and it seems the grocers are complying with price control amendments. Later on in the show, we'll be talking about digital wallets and Black Friday and security, so you want to stick around. That's all straight ahead this morning. I'm Chester Robard, still filling in for Dwight Strachan, and this is Morning Blend.
Wake up, it's a new day. Wake up, it's a new day. It's the start of a new way. You know that it's here. It's the start of the end of the old way. Revolution. Wake up, it's a new day. Wake up, it's a new day.
Good morning again, Bahamas. It is Friday, TGIF, November 25th, 2022, and this is Morning Blend on Guardian Radio 96.9. Again, I'm Chester Robards, filling in for Dwight Strachan, who is in South Africa at the Bile Festival. Hope he's having fun. In a moment, Stephen Hanna will be joining me. Also this morning, we'll be talking all kind of things. It's Friday. We're going to make it an easy day, right? You guys with me? All right, but first it's time for the overnight, the latest breaking news from while you were sleeping and the top national and international headlines this morning. In the overnight, press secretary in the office of the Prime Minister, Clint Watson, said yesterday that the government will form an interministerial committee to address the Bahamas' shantytown issue. He said, quote, "The Minister of Works is leading the charge. He is the minister responsible for this. He's also responsible for the Building Control Act, which when last we would have talked, I spoke about that being a very key aspect and what the law is saying about it and being able to move forward. What has happened since then is an interministerial committee has been recommended. The Minister administration had a cabinet subcommittee aimed at addressing the issue. That committee was led by then Minister of Labor Dion Folks. Watson said yesterday that the Davis administration's committee differs from the one established by the previous administration. And Minister of Economic Affairs Michael Halkita said yesterday that grocers are complying with the government's expanded price control list, which was introduced to bring relief to Bahamians grappling with inflation. We have our inspectors in the field, Halkita said, and being advised by them that by and large there is compliance with the new regulations. They're doing an analysis that they will share with us. So far, they're finding compliance. And Thompson said FTX was a game changer for the Bahamas, while East Grand Bahama MP Kwesi Thompson on Wednesday raised concern about the collapse of Bahamas-based cryptocurrency exchange FTX and the impact it may be having on people's mental health. In May, he lauded FTX's arrival in the Bahamas, touting it as a game changer and the result of the fruits planted by the former F&M administration. In the House of Assembly in May, Thompson said that the then FTX CEO Sam Bankman-Fried praised the Bahamas' regulatory regime, specifically the DARE Act, and said it was key in attracting the company to the country. Members of the Free National Movement banged their hands on the table in support. Thompson said, "So, Madam Speaker, we have to support this. We have to support the continuation of this initiative. It was our initiative. The vision was laid out in 2018, where we went to the world and said to the world, we want to be a player in this space. It was then put together by the Securities Commission. The regulatory regime was put together by the Securities Commission in 2020, and then we see the fruits of the regulations in 2021, where we have the second largest digital exchange company in the world, who decided as a result of your regulatory framework will set up base in the Bahamas." And Bahamas High Commissioner to the United Kingdom and Northern Ireland, Ellison Greenslade, said he will serve as the Bahamas' ambassador to South Africa and 9 other countries. Greenslade made the announcement during a farewell dinner with staff of the High Commission in London, according to a video of the event. He said, quote, "In late October, I traveled to the Bahamas for a dip week. While there, I signed a new contract to serve as the ambassador to South Africa and 9 African countries," he said. The countries include Botswana, Zimbabwe, Tanzania, Kenya, Malawi, Rwanda, Eswatini, and Burundi and Sudan. My contract takes effect December 1st, 2022. So that's your look at the overnight. Time for your first look at sports. And the Bahamas senior men's national beach soccer team suffered its first loss in the Central American and Caribbean Sea and Beach Games on Thursday as they were shut out 3-0 by the table leaders El Salvador. After taking down Mexico for the first time in its history, the Bahamas had Wednesday as a rest day to regroup and prepare for a tough match against El Salvador, who were also unbeaten coming into the match on Thursday. The Bahamas had a 2-0 win-loss record. Playing at the beach soccer stadium in Santa Marta, Colombia, the Bahamas had their fair chances to make it a close game, but could not find the back of the net. El Salvador scored their first goal in the first third on a well-placed bicycle kick that Bahamian goalkeeper Michael Butler could do nothing with. Both teams tried to find the back of the net for the rest of the period, but the first third ended with El Salvador up 1-0. There were no goals scored in the second third, and it set up an intriguing final third. It was El Salvador who found the back of the net twice in that period to secure the 3 points for the win. And Coach Yo was happy for the experience at home. It has been a refreshing week for Bahamian and the University of Mississippi Ole Miss Lady Rebels head coach Yolette Coach Yo McPhee-McEwen. She said she was able to spend Thanksgiving weekend in the Bahamas with her team, and they split their 2 games in the Bahamar Hoops Pink Flamingo Championship Tournament at the Bahamar Resort. The Lady Rebels won their first game against the University of Dayton Flyers 63-50 on Monday night. On Wednesday, they fell to the University of Utah Utes 69-67. Their win-loss record in National Collegiate Athletic Association Division I women's basketball on the season now stands at 5-1. And Mingo's volleyball team picks up first win. The University of the Bahamas Mingo's women's volleyball team came close to a couple times this season, but just could not pick up a win in the New Providence Volleyball Association. Needing 5 sets, they got the job done on Wednesday night. The Mingos defeated the Lady Technicians in 5 sets at the Anatole Rogers Gymnasium to get their first win of the season. They came from 2 sets down to win 14-25, 24-26, 25-21, 28-18, and 15-8. The night didn't start too good for the Mingos as they lost the first set quickly off of errors and then bounced back in the second set, but still lost a close set to put them down 0-2 in the match. Your international world news headlines in sports. Messi under pressure for Mexico game at the World Cup. The chant has been doing the rounds among Saudi Arabia supporters and even some from Brazil in the fan parks and streets of Doha at the World Cup. Where is Messi? We broke his eye. They sing in Arabic using a slang expression meaning to bring shame on a person. Messi and his Argentina team are being mocked after a humbling 2-1 loss to Saudi Arabia that has left their presence at the tournament in big and completely unforeseen danger. Argentina needs to immediately bounce back against Mexico on Saturday. Otherwise, an embarrassingly early exit awaits. Messi said, quote, "We always said we were going to look to win every game, and now more than ever." A compatriot, indeed the team's former coach, could mastermind the fatal blow to Argentina. Gerardo Martino led his native Argentina from 2014 to 2016, losing the Copa American final in back-to-back years in that time before quitting. Now Martino is Mexico's coach and looking to guide the team to the last 16, perhaps at the expense of Argentina and beyond. After all, Mexico has famously lost its first match of the knockout stage in each of the last 7 World Cups and twice to Argentina in 2006 and 2010. As you look at sports and you look at the overnight, your first look at weather is up next. Time now for your first look at weather, brought to you by the Chick Charney Challenge, sponsored by Colina. Your general situation: an unseasonably warm, quiet, and dry weather regime will persist tonight as a high-pressure system dominates conditions across the Bahamas as it shifts eastward. Meanwhile, light winds across the northern islands will precede a weak cold front expected to glide north of the area late Friday into the remainder of the weekend. Beachgoers should exercise caution due to the slight risk of rip currents affecting all Atlantic exposures across the Bahamas due to the presence of sea swells. Residents are advised that the king tide cycle continues into the weekend. Expect elevated tidal levels and the chance of tidal flooding in coastal and marsh areas during periods of high tide. For all areas fair and a bit warm overnight, there is the slight possibility of patchy fog developing during the early morning hours, with clearing expected just after sunrise, especially across the northwest Bahamas. Expect mostly sunny and hot conditions with a few light showers on Friday. Small craft caution is in effect for all Atlantic exposures due to swells. Winds east, northeast to east-southeast at 10 to 15 knots across all areas tonight, shifting southeast to south at 10 knots or less, occasionally falling very light and variable at times over the northwest Bahamas on Friday. Seas 2 to 4 feet over the ocean, building 4 to 6 feet along Atlantic exposures in light easterly swells. Your low temperature tonight, 73 degrees Fahrenheit, 23 degrees Celsius. Your high temperature, 88 degrees Fahrenheit, 31 degrees Celsius. That's your look at weather. We'll have an extended outlook and a look at the tropics coming up in just a bit.
Morning Blend Weather Check brought to you by the Chickcharney Challenge. The country's premier obstacle course run is back this December 3rd at Clifton Heritage Park. Run, jump, climb, and claw your way to the finish. The Chickcharney Challenge, the return. Sign up today at chickcharneychirin.com or call 421-8915 today. The Chickcharney Challenge.
When we come back, we're discussing some of the day's top stories. That's when Morning Blend continues here on Guardian Radio 96.9, home of fresh news and smart talk all day.
Tired of banks forcing you to use technology to bank the way they want you to? Your convenience is important. So no matter what your banking needs, Commonwealth Bank's friendly staff are always available in branch for that personal one-on-one service. But when you choose technology, our online and mobile banking app offers you state-of-the-art functionality. The choice is yours. Commonwealth Bank. Bank the way you want.
The Better Network is giving you bigger savings at Alive's Black Friday sale. With select store and van locations opening as early as 6 a.m. Purchase devices as low as $29 and receive doorbuster prizes, accessories, and so much more. Don't want to wait? Alive customers can beat the Black Friday rush and shop online as early as 12 a.m. with even more deals. Friday the 25th of November, Alive's Black Friday sale. You don't want to miss it. Visit BeAlive.com for more information.
Screws and Fasteners World, Balfour Avenue and Palm Beach Street, has those hard-to-find fasteners for you right now. You can find stainless steel regular hex, carriage bolts, galvanized bolts, threaded rods, nails, self-tap screws, sex bolts, anchor bolts, turnbuckles, masonry tools, hand tools, and weed whacker strings. Check out the rope selection and car body fasteners, too. Special orders are welcome. It's your #1 fastener store. Screws and Fasteners World, Balfour Avenue and Palm Beach Streets. Call 326-1976.
Fidelity, we're good for you. We know how important collecting your money can be to the success of your business. Start your relationship with Fidelity today so that we can show you the many options available to you with our merchant services. From click and pay options online to merchant terminals and e-commerce options. We're here to help your business succeed. For more details, speak to one of our business development officers at 356-7764 in Nassau or 352-6676 in Freeport. Visit our website at fidelitygroup.com or visit any of our branches.
Wake up, it's a new day. Wake up, it's a new day. It's the start of a new way. You know that it's the start of the end of the old way. Wake up, it's a new day. Wake up, it's a new day. Wake up, it's a new day. Wake up. wake up, it's a new day.
Welcome back to Morning Blend on Guardian Radio 96.9. We are streaming live on www.guardiantalkradio.com and the Guardian Radio app for your smart devices and on your televisions on Cable Bahamas Channel 969 or BTC Flow Channel 612. We're all over social media. We're on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. I'm Chester Robards, still filling in for Dwight Strachan, who's in the Congo. I think he's helping to protect guerrillas. Not the guerrillas with guns. Joining me now, Stephen Hanna, Esquire, LLB, Bean, right? Is that a clothing company?
LLB, yeah. I think they are. They sell like winter apparel or something.
Right. You can join our conversation today. Tweet us at MorningBlend969 or follow the hashtag MorningBlend. Be sure to like our Facebook page, facebook.com/MorningBlend969. Leave your comments and read what others are saying about the topics on the show. You can email us at morningblend@nascar.com, or you can text us on the Guardian Radio text line, powered by BTC. Text us at 422-GR96. That's 422-4796. Standard text rates do apply. You can call us. Love to hear your voice. 323-6232, 325-4316, 325-4259. Let's make it a new caller Friday. Also coming up this morning, more weather and traffic, and we got business news coming up and Morning Blend business at 9 o'clock. But first, it's time to talk about what is in the news. And in the news, in case anybody is wondering, yes, I'm going to give you a World Cup update. Iran just beat Wales 2-0. A pretty decent upset for World Cup.
So how are the 7 nations doing?
How are they doing?
Yeah.
I don't know. We got to see today. Today is the day.
Did Scotland get beat yet, or?
I don't think Scotland.
They're not playing.
No, they're not playing.
No. So
but USA versus England is today.
Oh, okay.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so I guess we'll know.
That's going to be interesting. Yeah. So let's start off this beautiful, wonderful. I'm so happy it's Friday. I'm so happy to be with Stephen Hanna. You know, it's been a trying week.
Okay.
Yeah, it's been rough. You know?
I don't know what happened.
I don't know why. Well, you know.
I've been in the gym, so I don't know.
What? Getting it in. That's what's up.
Something like it. Pretty sure I sprained something, but that's fine.
Oh, boy. It happens sometimes. Just stick with it. So, in the news, can we play that voice note? We ready for that? Yeah, let's do that. This will wake you up and get you ready for your morning. I don't know. They should play this. Dwight should play this all the time.
What?
These voice notes.
Which one is this? Are you gonna give us
introducing boom 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 Fred Mitchell?
Oh, you mean the podcast?
Yeah.
Fred
Is
Mitchell
it a podcast?
No, it's a voice note.
Oh, okay. It could be a podcast. It could be. You should make it a podcast.
It is a podcast though. It's this one. Is this this morning's?
This is this morning's.
Okay.
Podcast.
All right.
Yeah.
So from the desk of Fred Mitchell.
Good morning. This is Fred Mitchell, Chairman of the Progressive Liberal Party, Minister of Public Service and Foreign Affairs, and today is Friday, 25th November 2022. Congratulations to the women of our country on the eve of the 60th anniversary of women voting for the first time in 1962. There will be a banquet tomorrow in honor of Ruby Ann Cooper Darling, the former MP, the first woman to register to vote. Thank you. The 23rd November 2022, the 69th anniversary of the founding of the Progressive Liberal Party. None of the press bothered to show up to cover the event at our party headquarters. The party that made the most meaningful impact on the public life of our country did not deserve a mention. But for Zed Ness, of course, who was a captive and had no choice, only goes to show it's disgusting. But as members of Parliament were assembling on Wednesday to laud the successes of women in the country, the press was busy harassing PLP MPs about FTX and whether they had investments in FTX. I only sucked my teeth and walked off. I did invite them, though, to the press event to mark the anniversary. No one showed. C'est la vie. But it's interesting. Our researchers were busy and found a video clip and some newspaper articles with Kwesi Thompson, the F&M's Shadow Minister of Finance, in a full-throated support of FTX and how great it was, and the fact that it's in Nassau. He was only sorry that it wasn't in Grand Bahama, and how much of a game changer FTX was, and how happy he was the F&M had licensed FTX. Thank you very much. But the very same Kwesi Thompson, who supports Michael Pintard now, and Pintard, of course, is trashing the PLP, trying to fix it, the collapse of FTX on the PLP. But here he is again, speaking out of the other side of his mouth. I say again, what a web we weave when first we practice to deceive. Then you have this press of ours with these huge headlines about how much land FTX bought. But far as you can tell, it's all legit. But they had to point out, of course, it was Allison Gibson's brother's law firm that did the conveyancing. Black firms apparently are not allowed to make any money in this country. But Brian Sims can be the liquidator and his partner on the Securities Commission, and not a peep from this lame press that we have. But, you know, God bless him. Just want to say, you can't have your cake and eat it too. FTX, as far as I can tell, is a distraction from what I can see at the moment. I hope some Bahamian professionals make some money on this. I hope, I wish for, will be working for. I believe it, that the jurisdiction of the Bahamas will come out of this with an enhanced reputation because of the way this matter will be properly handled in the jurisdiction and in our courts. As for the F&M, I hope they bloody well lose the next election, and I'm working every day with everyone I can to make sure that happens. Till next time, God bless you. God bless the Commonwealth of the Bahamas. It's Friday, and as we continue to work to defeat the F&M in the next general election, it's still on this Friday, coming up to the weekend. PLP, all the way.
What a great way!
All the way.
What a great way to start the weekend. One leader. It is amazing. I love Fred Mitchell.
Listen, it was
I love Fred Mitchell.
It was funny when he said full-throated. It's like
It's funny when he calls that Ness a captive.
Well, you know, if nothing else, honest. If nothing else, honest. The question is, did he tell them refreshments would be served? Because we all know that all reporters, like everybody else who works in this country, are underpaid. And so if you want reporters to show up to your press conference, you have to promise food. If you promise them food, they'll show up. Now, Jessica tell me...
Maybe they've been burned by the food before, you know? Maybe it was...
You wouldn't show up for, like, a nice corned beef sandwich? Or a nice tuna sandwich?
Not on white bread, no.
Oh, sorry, it'd have to be whole wheat.
Yes.
I hope that Fred Mitchell is listening. You have to say refreshments will be served. Bahamians are not showing up at random.
But he said he invited them while they were in the house trying to gather news, right?
Right.
That's not an invitation.
No,
really,
he's like
it's not like a real invitation.
What, you want it on paper? That's a bit much.
Or email, you know. That's
no, he's like. I think what he's trying to say is that for sure they should have known because he personally invited them. That's what he's trying to say.
The press would not. I would think the press wouldn't miss an opportunity to have all of these people in the Progressive Liberal Party in one place at one time.
I would, because I know that for sure you would not be able to ask them at FTX at that.
They wouldn't. Of course, we'd try.
You could try, but there wouldn't even be like. I don't think it'd be an opportunity to ask any questions. It would have to be like everything would be like as they're walking out the door, you know. But once again,
it's a good place to try.
Yeah, you're right. But you have to tell them refreshments will be served, and then there are three major news houses in the general vicinity of their headquarters.
Right.
So it's like if you pitched it right, you know, it's like, come on down for lunch, man. roast beef. I don't
Yeah.
know what people serve
Yeah.
for
I don't know either.
general lunches like that.
Or
But yeah,
what they were doing. But there's a lot of things that he covered that were very interesting in the way that he.
he's saying that that there are some F&M people who were very gung ho about FTX.
Right.
That's the thing.
What's wrong with that?
No, but well, my concern is, right, that everything in foresight, everything in hindsight,
Right.
all right, where persons are like, oh, like this person, this and this. Nobody was upset when Sam Bankman-Fried, not fried, was out here
Might be fried. No.
giving out, $25,000 checks, $250,000 checks.
Right.
Nobody was upset with him for that.
Right.
All right. Now, all in all, when you add it up together, it was only $500,000. But that's neither here nor there.
Right.
Right. Nobody was upset when people were getting good paying jobs. And nobody was upset with the fact that they were like, oh, they look like they're setting up roots because they're buying all this property to set up a giant campus here.
Right.
No one was upset about that stuff then. But when the rug gets pulled out from underneath it, then everybody's like, oh, this is proof of some insidious plot. Now, I will say, personally, Stephen Hanna thinks that any government official who is presently a government official, right, particularly at the very least, if you are cabinet or cabinet adjacent, like if you get invited into the cabinet meetings, even if you're not a minister,
Right.
you should not be allowed to invest in, to profit from anything that your administration brings into the country.
Right.
And you should also, when you leave office, not be allowed to participate directly in that industry for 5 years. That's my personal opinion.
Okay.
Right?
Okay, interesting.
Because it is, without a doubt, you could sell it however you want to sell it. At the end of the day, once I see your name on that piece of paper, I can say, oh, there's corruption. Because, and then you do have, inside the states, they call it insider trading. You have access to information that nobody else would have access to.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying? Like, the government would know about FTX coming to the Bahamas before the average citizen. The government would know, this is the person who I could talk to invest in FTX way before the average citizen.
Right.
The government would have that person's cell phone number. And we would never have that cell phone number.
Right.
So if any government official has invested in FTX, that's a problem for me.
Yeah.
All right? But with that said, I mean, clearly that's not a law, right? And so we see it every time a giant investment comes down. And the thing is, it only comes to light when everything falls apart.
Right.
If it doesn't fall apart, then we probably will never know about it.
Yeah.
And one day, generations from now, we'll be like, oh, how Stephen Hanna's son have shares inside whatever company, whatever. How does the Hannas have all these shares in Carnival?
Yeah.
Because he was in government at one point.
Yeah.
And it's like, that's not, you're not there to improve yourself directly. You're
Right.
there to improve the entire country.
Right.
Now, through osmosis, through residual heat, your life could get better. That's fine.
Yeah.
But nothing directly. Right. You cannot get the contract to provide them with food.
Yeah.
You can't get a vendor license for the hotel. You can't get shares in the oil company. You can't do all that stuff. No.
Yeah.
And I think it should extend to any seated member of parliament. But I know, they'll argue that.
Yeah. Yeah.
But that's how I personally feel.
Yeah.
And so there's nothing wrong with the fact that some people were hopeful that something giant was going to work for the country. There's nothing wrong with that. All right? For whether they were PLP, whether they were F&M, whether you were none. And you're just like, well, I hope this works. That's fine.
Right.
But while we're all here, it ain't just the ones that fail that we need to be worried about. It's the ones that don't fail that we really need to be worried about. Because how did you guys get access to this information to invest in this thing? You have an unfair advantage.
Right.
how you anyway?
Fair enough.
I mean, not stray and start talking.
Fair enough.
Talking other people's business because there's
All right.
plenty of people who have pieces of property and it's like y'all worrying about this $300 million worth of property
Right.
and they do worry about these
So-
people who just spring up and they have
Right.
millions of property.
So I wanna just go through some of the things Fred Mitchell talked about in his
Go ahead.
voice note. So
Pull up the list.
So yeah, we went through ZNS being held captive to cover the PLP anniversary event.
Understood.
He said the press was harassing MPs about FTX. He said harassing MPs. Is that what he feels like the press does when they're trying to get information, especially from politicians?
I wasn't.
But see again, this is no brush to paint the press with, right?
Mm-hmm.
Because it is already a tough job in this country to get any information to do with government, right? And then to help the public feel like the press is just a nagging, bunch of whinies who come into the house to bother their life is unfair and dangerous. Right? And it's not the truth.
Were you there at the time when they locked the press inside the room?
I wasn't there.
Okay.
I started using my Twitter account again, just to get information about FTX and other things that are going on, right?
Mm-hmm.
And my Twitter handle is The Rude Reporter. And if anybody remembers, some people remember where that came from. But I was trying to get information on babies dying in the NICU. And I'd called the Minister of Health on a Sunday.
And he's like,
and he was like,
I'm in church.
He asked me if I don't go to church.
Right.
He was like, why are you calling my house? You don't go to church. I got people over right now. I can't talk to you. And I pretty much wrote that because that was the only thing I had to write about these babies dying in the NICU.
Which is...
And Doc stood up in the House of Assembly and called me a rude reporter.
You got to be specific.
Calling him on a Sunday.
Well,
yeah, because his name is escaping me right now.
Which of the doctors?
This is the PLP.
Was it Perry?
Perry Gomez. Perry Gomez. Yes, Dr. Perry Gomez.
Yeah. I was like, it's one of the doctors.
Yeah. So is that the press harassing? It's not. Our job is a tough job, right? To start off with, trying to ask somebody questions who don't want to talk to you is already a hard thing to do, right?
Yeah.
And if any of the reporters went to journalism school, a good journalism school like I did, they send you, like, I had a class where they sent us out to cover a topic where, like, you would never, I had to go cover bikers in Fort Lauderdale. Like bikers.
Right.
Like leather jacket,
Like
tattooed
Hells
bikers.
Angels.
Yeah.
Right.
And they were like, yeah, go talk to these people. And I was like,
Sons of
what?
Anarchy.
And it was tough, but I had to go approach somebody and speak to them, right? It's not easy because people don't want to talk to you. And then you have members of parliament calling it harassment when the press comes to try and gather information. That is not cool.
Well,
That's not cool.
Yeah. They also need to. So the reason that you're paid the money that you're paid, I mean them.
Yeah.
It's because you're about to be asked to do stuff that, as a private citizen, you could be like, oh, this is harassment.
Right.
But not necessarily as a public
official.
Right.
Yeah.
As a public servant, I don't think so there's a level of expectation at the very least, maybe a deflection to be like, oh, can we talk about this at a later date? I'm in a rush to a meeting, but it's like,
again, now you use a word that he used, some close word, deflection.
Right.
Now he called FTX a deflection or distraction.
Right.
From something. And I was like, what?
Is it distracting from the PLP?
These people don't need
anniversary
any more
words,
ammunition about distractions. And what's the other thing? There's another word they use.
What?
No, it's distraction.
Distraction and deflection.
Deflection. Something.
I don't.
These people who text into the show too, they don't need any more of that kind of talk, right?
Right.
Because they take it to the limit. Like, somebody's hiding something. they broke down this FTX business now so they could hide something. What are you talking about? Like, what are you talking about, right?
Wait, somebody saying that the media is going after FTX because it's to hide something?
Well, Fred Mitchell said in his voice note that it's a distraction,
right?
Or deflection, something of that nature,
right?
Right. But why? Why he's almost suggesting that this is not a story that needs to be covered the way it's being covered.
This is not the real story.
What is the real story? I mean, they the government. Okay, so he said that. Then he says Kwesi Thompson had a full-throated support of FTX, and I think you kind of talked about this. Everybody did.
Right.
Everybody had a full-throated support of FTX when they first came. But he says now he's a
turn of phrase now.
Now he's a hypocrite because he supports his leader, Michael Pintard, who is not necessarily against FTX, but is critical of the government and how FTX might have been handled and who might have gained from it, etc.
Two things could be true. Three things could be true.
It could be.
What about?
But why treat it like it's not? That's
right.
my question.
Right. Because like everybody had and I guess the point is I don't. Yeah. You're right, Chester.
I could think FTX. I thought FTX was a good thing.
Oh, hopefully.
But I also still support the opposition holding the government's feet to the fire.
Right. Now, what I would love from the opposition is, so I don't know if you remember before numbers was legal, back in the old days, the before time, right?
Yeah.
Everybody knew it was illegal, but both the FNM and the PLP received money from it for their campaign.
Right.
Before it became legal.
Right.
What I would like is a full-throated clarion call from the opposition that they are not going to accept funds from any source.
Woo.
That's a tall order. Or for them to be honest with the public with every dime that they collect from their organization, from any generous, campaign contributor, as opposed to only saying it once again. We cannot only talk about stuff when they fail. We have to talk about the things that succeed, because sometimes evil plans work. Mm-hmm. Don't just talk about it and set it up and say, oh, look how horrible it is over here that they took money from FTX and what extent and this and that. Okay, I want that. But I also want you,
apparently
on this side, to also say, we will never take money from an investor that we're bringing to the country to help the Bahamas for personal use. Yeah. I want you to publicly say that. I want you to also publicly say that we're going to push legislation that forces all political parties and all political campaigners to say where your money is coming from. Because and it's not just the PLP and the FNM. I often wonder where some of these fringe parties are getting their funding from. Who is trying to destabilize the Bahamas by supporting these various coalitions, right? So if we are to not be hypocrites, then do the right thing and say, hey, this is what it is. So that's what I would like to hear from them.
Got you. Let's take this call. This person has something very important to say since they texted us to say that they're calling. Okay. Good morning, caller. Welcome to Morning Blend.
Gladly day, this is Strachan, always for all of you and Stephen Chester.
Morning. How you doing?
Couple of things, right? Please, why some people says FPX and some people says STF?
SBF is the guy.
Sam Bankman-Fried
is the guy the CEO. His name is Sam Bankman-Fried. So
these crypto guys just use their initials.
X. So that's what, XTF or
no.
X?
One is FTX is the company. SBF is the guy who was running the company.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Now let me ask you something. When it comes to building control, right? Mm-hmm.
You're talking about the shanty towns.
Say it again?
You're talking about the shanty towns.
Not, well, you could say shanty town, but it is. That's a problem for people in Spence Street, because when you have people squatting and just building on a piece of property, building illegal on a piece of property, don't have proper toilets and stuff like that, and dumping feces in the neighborhood, and the government would not do anything about it, then it's indecent. It's a problem.
Yeah.
Now, if that was the UBP, they never would allow something like that to happen in the country.
I couldn't speak to how good the UBP was, but I understand, and I know government should allow that. That's a public health issue.
Not for real, and I've reported to them over and over. They had done it. They hadn't done anything about it. They're joking, man. All of them.
Did you call? Who you call? You call the police, or you call environmental
I called
health?
the police. I've spoken to Minister of
Environmental health.
I've spoken to environmental health. They came and they had done nothing about it. What are they going to tell me? The people doesn't have any water. Not in my problem. They're building illegal and dumping feces on people's property, human feces. Do something about it. Good joking.
Yeah.
They're getting our money for nothing. They're milking the Bahamian people, even the government.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thanks. If you start, maybe the problem is if they start with one, they're gonna have to start doing the job.
Oh no, yeah,
that they're paid to do.
Well, especially if you put it on paper and you make it policy.
Yeah.
Because I have a very strong suspicion that even if it's not sitting members of parliament, it's people adjacent to them that own some of these properties.
Probably.
And that are profiting from these properties.
If you start doing your job, you're gonna have to continue doing your job, and that's gonna mean you gotta work. Sorry to say.
I don't think the issue is working.
Yeah,
I think the issue is cutting into your own bottom line.
Ooh, lots of problems. Let's take some more of these calls. Good morning, caller. Welcome to Morning Blend.
Good morning.
Morning. How you doing?
Everybody all right?
Yeah, good. How you doing?
Holding on.
Let me start off on a positive note, man, because every day I turn my radio on, negative something ain't right.
Mm-hmm.
I'd like to take this opportunity to congratulate my brother from another mother, Reverend Pastor Bradley Russell of Highway Church of God of Prophecy, New Bight, Cat Island, on being ordained to head pastor last week, Sunday. I would really like to thank him and his congregation, and that is coming from his brother from another mother, Marvin Stopper Johnson. Now, Fred Mitchell. I spoke to Fred Mitchell at length when he was in opposition a couple of years ago in Abaco. And I said to him in the Patelco yard, I said, Fred, the problem is with politicians is that y'all are too pompous, and when y'all get in, y'all stop checking for the people. And we had a good conversation. Now the Bahamian people has given Fred Mitchell them another chance, and you see, old people say leopard can't change their spot. You see that pompous attitude coming back out of them again. And he needs to take some of his own medicine. When will they ever learn? The Bahamian people really tired of them. Thanks for taking my call,
Thanks,
you guys.
Appreciate it. I think politicians are going to be politicians. I mean, some of them are career politicians.
But why?
Why are they going to be politicians?
No, why are you a career politician? That makes you feel like you don't have.
Great question.
You have no actual life skills. You have no transferable skills.
I don't know.
You know the same thing that the National Training Agency supposedly helps people to get soft skills that you could take from place to place.
Right.
It feels like if you're a career politician, you don't have soft skills.
Interesting.
And so, maybe they should all apply to the National Training Agency. I'll pull up the number so they could get some soft skills in them.
Okay, let's read some text messages. How could Fred Mitchell, as a government cabinet minister and servant of the people, spread such political and bipartisan garbage? He's a shameful individual. Our country has no place for such foolishness. Okay. This person says, Chester, not to derail the subject, but not sure why the Bahamas is celebrating women voting. Women didn't want to vote because to vote meant you were eligible for the draft, and they didn't do
What
it.
is this person talking
Okay,
about?
I don't know what you're talking about.
What draft?
Okay, so
What conscription are they talking about in the Bahamas in 1960s? In the 1960s.
So this person says, so it's okay to blast Branson and his family because they're making money, but yet not, I guess they're saying, not okay for Allison Gibson's family to do the same and be quiet. Okay.
No, you
So
could
tit for tat.
blast everybody.
Blast everybody for making money. Yeah. Okay. Hello, do you know if a crypto trader can transfer digital assets using an untraceable digital assistant? I have no idea.
I think they mean asset. Because remember there was a
digital assistant.
No, I feel like that might be a thing.
Untraceable digital asset?
Yeah, what's an untraceable assistant?
I don't know.
I think, because remember there was a...
Cortana? Is it Cortana?
On the weekend, people were saying that what was happening was some of the money was coins were being attached to NFTs, and the NFTs that were like $8 before all this happened were being sold for like $10 million. And this was one of those news stories outside of the country, and they're like, oh, it's a backdoor way to get your coins out because NFTs are built on coins.
Okay, all right. Yeah.
So here, once again, so the problem is...
But why are they even asking that question? Let me read some of these.
Because they wouldn't know.
We gotta go to a break soon.
They try to figure out how to get money out of the wallet.
No, don't. Let's not. This person says, damn, Stephen, how do you expect these guys to get rich? What are you saying? This is the reason why they get into politics. And I thought you were smart. I don't know what they're trying to say.
Right.
And they're being facetious.
Yes, but...
This person says, I totally agree with Stephen. Even, let's say, fast food restaurants, when they have promotions, usually employees and their families are not allowed to participate for obvious reasons.
The Guardian, though, they say that...
But this is country, my lord. Insider trading is the order of the day. Sad, just sad and unethical.
Isn't that weird that the more power you have access to, the more power you have access to? Like, literally, they're right. If you work at a fast food restaurant, they outright limit what can happen, what you could win. And so it's like the only thing you're taking home is maybe if we have an extra bucket of chicken and we don't want to throw it out, you could take that home, maybe. And besides that, your paycheck. You ain't taking nothing else home. But there are persons that are like, I now have $1.5 million in land.
Yeah.
And I didn't even make that in the past 5 years. But now I have that much property. You know, I have a brand new house out west. How does that happen?
And you didn't even win an Olympics or anything.
Right. And the one who did win the Olympics can't get electricity to the house.
Oh, boy. This text message says, the media needs to treat Mitchell the way he treats them. I have observed him for a while. He goes on talk shows where the host allows him to dominate the narrative. He does not allow callers to ask questions or criticize. Learn this man, media. This is how he retains and gains power. I don't care how good of an MP
No, it's not. Listen.
Arrogant, they say.
Here's the thing, though. What everybody's failing to understand is that our system is the problem. All right? that texter cannot do anything to stop Fred Mitchell from being in the position he's in,
right?
Unless that person moves to Foxhill and actively either personally campaigns against him or supports somebody else and gets enough people to not vote for Fred Mitchell.
Right.
Our system does not work in the way that people think they work. It's because we're so close to America that sometimes we forget none of those rules apply.
Yeah.
All right? Did you vote for the Prime Minister?
No.
I didn't vote for the Prime Minister, and that's not because we don't like the Prime Minister. It's because we don't live in Cat Island or Ragged Island.
Right.
They're the only people who can vote for the Prime Minister. Right. So literally, we have a constituency with maybe 1,000 people deciding who runs the country. Yeah. Right? And the same thing, there are more people in Golden Isles than most of the Family Island constituencies combined. Not all of them. Like, you put two Family Island constituencies together, there's 7,000 registered voters in Golden Isles. There's no Family Island with 7,000 voters.
Yeah.
None.
Yeah.
But Golden Isles isn't considered, oh, this is an important seat or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
So the fact that, what's the name of the guy, the former minister, Vaughn Miller?
Yeah.
I'm sorry, I meant minister of the gospel.
Right.
All right? So Vaughn Miller technically has more people supporting him than anybody who's an MP for a family island.
Yeah, yeah.
But we don't rate him because that's not how it works. What you do is you put the people who you rate in the safe spaces. And then you put the people who are like, oh, it's a throwaway person. So you put them inside a rough place or whatever. That's how the system actually works.
Yeah.
You want to fix it? Fix the actual system, right? And part of that is figuring out what exactly is it an MP is supposed to do. Is an MP a local community leader? Are they strictly somebody who is there to write public policy and, make laws? What are they? Right. Are they some mix of both? But if they're either or they're neither, or they're something else, we need to figure that out because a lot of them don't know what they are. Yeah. All they know is once I show up every Wednesday, I get almost $30,000 a year, plus an allowance, plus a traveling budget, plus discretionary spending.
Right.
And I get a waiver for customs or something. I feel like they get.
I think so.
I think they get a customs waiver.
Yeah, I think they get a customs waiver.
All right, and I don't have an issue with that, especially if you're a family island MP. You need all those things.
Right.
But I don't know if necessarily it's serving the same purpose if you're an MP in New Providence. You know what I mean?
Right.
And how is the $100,000 being spent for the 7,000 voters in Golden Isles versus the 3,000 in Long Island?
Right. Yeah. Quite true. Let's go to this break. And Morning Blend will continue right after.
Beside me, tell me what they've done and speak the words I wanna hear to make my demons run. The door is locked now, but it's opened if you're true. If you can understand me, then I can understand the you. Beside me, under wicked sky, through black of day, dark of night, we share this paralyzed. The door cracks open, but there's no sun shining through, like hot scarring darker steel. But there's no sun shining through. No, there's no sun shining through. No, there's no sun shining. What I felt, what I've known. Turn the pages, turn the stone.
This is Guardian Radio, 96.9 FM, Nassau, Bahamas.
This is AP News. I'm Rita Foley.
Millions of Thanksgiving holiday travelers are beginning the trip home. How's it going? Kat Glover was at the Fort Lauderdale airport.
There was a 10-minute delay, but that was it.
She talked to WPLG TV in Florida. And if you're not traveling, maybe you're shopping today. Analysts say many Black Friday shoppers will be pretty careful about their spending unless there's a big sale. Consumers hit hard by higher prices are being more careful about what they buy now. And in many cases, analysts say they're buying less expensive items and shopping in bargain stores. A series of mass shootings has President Biden promising to push Congress to pass more gun control measures. The AP's Jackie Quinn.
6 people killed in a Southeast Virginia Walmart, 5 dead in Colorado Springs in just a week. And President Biden says more must be done to prevent these killings from taking place.
The idea we still allow semi-automatic weapons to be purchased is sick.
He tells reporters he'll take it to Congress, even though the session's almost over. Meanwhile, the president reached out to the owners of Club Q in Colorado Springs, offering support and condolences. While a worker at the Virginia Walmart, whose life was spared, says she doesn't think the victims were randomly chosen.
He was going hunting. He was picking people out.
Jesse Wilczewski, on the job just 5 days, says the gunman aimed at her and then told her to run.
A Pakistani man suspected of killing his 18-year-old daughter in Italy after she reportedly refused an arranged marriage has been arrested in Pakistan and is being questioned by investigators there. Daily cases of COVID across China are hitting records, with almost 33,000 cases reported today alone. Of those, almost 2,000 are in Beijing. This is AP News. Now to Ukraine.
As Kiev and other cities picked themselves up, the retaken city of Kherson in southern Ukraine came under heavy bombardment from Russian forces. The sound of shelling thunders across the Kherson skyline. Ukrainian troops on the front line launched reconnaissance drones to determine the enemy's positions before firing. Kurt, a commander for a military unit, told the AP that Russian soldiers had taken up positions on the left bank of the Dnipro River. While the goal for Ukraine is to push the Russians further back, crossing the Dnipro River has become tricky as both sides have destroyed surrounding bridges. A day earlier, at least 5 people died in the city from Russian shelling. Viktor Anastiev lies on the floor with an open wound in his leg as paramedics come to take him to hospital. His wife watches over him, weeping in shock and sadness. Nevertheless, the mood in Kherson remains defiant and resolute. I'm Karen Chamas.
And I'm Rita Foley, AP News.
It's time for your Morning Blend Traffic Alert. This segment of Morning Blend brought to you by RBC. Make this Christmas whatever you want it to be with an RBC personal loan. Gladstone Road looking, getting pretty thick, but it's not backed all the way up to Fire Trail Road just yet. So maybe a good time to get on the road there. Samala Butler Highway, a different story. That's backed all the way up to Fire Trail Road and a little bit past it. But the traffic on Fire Trail Road isn't affected as much just yet. Over on Carmichael Road, traffic is backed up to the Fire Trail Road intersection there. It looks like it's moving in some places, but still in other places. At the intersection at Blue Hill Road, it is thickening there. Traffic on Independence Drive between Blue Hill Road and East Street in the westbound lane, starting to back all the way up to the East Street roundabout. Let's see what the Eastern Road is looking like. Pretty thick this morning. Traffic backed up past Fox Hill Road. Not quite to San Souci yet, so if you're taking that route, you want to get on the road now. Other areas still looking pretty decent. We'll take another look at it in the 8 o'clock hour. That's your Morning Blend traffic alert. Apply for a loan with RBC, rbc.com/Caribbean/loan, and don't pay until February 2023. It's time for your Morning Blend weather check, brought to you by Sherwin-Williams. Your general situation: an Atlantic ridge of high pressure will dominate the weather pattern across the Bahamas, allowing for mostly dry and stable conditions today. In your special warnings, beachgoers should remain vigilant due to the slight risk for rip currents along East Coast and Atlantic exposed shorelines. For all areas, weather partly to mostly sunny and warm today, with the chance of a few isolated showers and possible thunderstorm or two. Mostly fair and warm tonight, with the chance of a stray shower or two. Winds southeast to south at 10 knots in the northwest and central Bahamas, and easterly at 10 to 15 knots in the southeast Bahamas. Seas 1 to 3 feet over the ocean in the northwest and central Bahamas, and 2 to 4 feet in the southeast Bahamas in subsiding easterly swells. Your high temperature today, 88 degrees Fahrenheit. Your low temperature, 72 degrees Fahrenheit. In your extended weather outlook, high pressure will remain the dominant weather feature across the Bahamas over the next few days. However, a few frontal boundaries will move near the northern islands during the period, supporting an uptick in shower chances mainly across the northern islands. And we'll have your weather outlook for the next 2 days in the 8 o'clock hour. That's your weather check, brought to you by Sherwin-Williams.
Sherwin-Williams Paints wants to make your holiday a splash jollier. November 21st through December 23rd, come deck your walls with color by stopping into either the Tonique-Williams-Darling Highway or Prince Charles Drive location and take advantage of their Christmas sale of up to 20% off. And when you spend $100 or more, you enter to win prizes like hotel stays, boat excursions, interior designer consultations, and more. So stop on in to win. Sherwin-Williams Bahamas, find color in every day.
And Carey's Fabric and Uniform Store is having a Black Friday store-wide sale. That's today, up to 50% off, excluding net items. This Friday, November 25th, only. Carey's Fabric and Uniform Store, located Mackey Street. Call them, 393-0785. And don't forget, it feels good to do good. This Christmas, let's spread some good together. Share your stories of an act of kindness on RBC's Facebook and Instagram pages, and a registered charity of your choice could be selected to receive a donation from RBC. We'll be back with more Morning Blend after these messages here on Guardian Radio 96.9.
It's the most rewarding time of the year. Come down to RBC. Get a loan to buy whatever. RBC makes it better. Get a loan and don't pay till New Year.
Make Christmas what you want it to be with a personal loan from RBC. Apply at rbc.com/Caribbean/loan and don't pay till February 2023. Conditions apply.
Get a loan and don't pay till New Year. To RBC.
Okay, class, let's begin today's history lesson. Ancient civilization used to visit stadiums to watch musicians perform. It was called a live concert.
Teacher, what year was that?
Researchers believe it was around 2019. Normal life feels like a long time ago. As things return to normal, remember it is essential to be fully immunized against all vaccine-preventable diseases like COVID-19, rubella, polio, hepatitis, mumps, and influenza. This message is brought to you by PAHO WHO, the Ministry of Health and Wellness, the Caribbean Development Bank, the Government of Canada, and the United States of America.
Earning zero interest on your savings at the bank? With as little as $100, you can start earning interest on your money while you're sleeping, eating, or standing in line at the bank with the CFAL Savings Express Plan. Ready to invest? Start by putting $1,000 into our mutual funds and earn interest there too. Because at CFAL, your interest is our interest. Visit CFAL.com to start now. CFAL, growing wealth for future generations of Bahamians.
Florida Auto Parts can deliver all the auto parts your car will ever need, direct from the USA and from around the world. Florida Auto Parts provides fast delivery on auto parts, and we ship throughout the Bahamas, genuine or aftermarket, new or used, and all for the best price. Call Florida Auto Parts Trusted Parts Rep on WhatsApp at 1-786-772-8777 to save on your next auto parts purchase. Florida Auto Parts, the right parts at the right price.
I used to think of the bank as my personal ATM machine. If I wanted a new car, new furniture, a weekend trip to Miami, no problem, just max out the credit card or top up my loan. I was a big baller until I realized that 75% of my salary was going to pay back all those loans. Fidelity's personal financial coaching was the best solution. Fidelity gave me a plan with a debt consolidation loan that has a built-in savings that pays 5% interest. I now only have one low monthly payment plus money in my pocket. Give Fidelity Bank a call at 356-7764 in Nassau or 352-6676 in Freeport. Visit any of Fidelity's locations or visit a website at fidelitygroup.com.
Best of the best. Man, we up in the Bahamian country. We up in our kitty. We got the best in the Bahamian food. Boat racing all day in the water. Best of the best. 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 Bring me up boat. Ah, well, there's no more slapping up now. We outside December 1st to the 4th. Best of the best we got on Monaco Beach. You can find out who's the fastest in Class A, B, C, and E. Bring me up boat.
We know how important collecting your money can be to the success of your business. Start your relationship with Fidelity today so that we can show you the many options available to you with our merchant services. From click and pay options online to merchant terminals and e-commerce options. We're here to help your business succeed. For more details, speak to one of our business development officers at 356-7764 in Nassau or 352-6676 in Freeport. Visit our website at fidelitygroup.com or visit any of our branches.
So, what would you like to discuss?
Insurance, Doc. It's so frustrating. I go to the mall for a motor, drive to Bay Street to get a home quote, swing east to file a medical claim, then go west for a pensions appointment. Don't even get me started about life.
I'm going to prescribe CG Atlantic. They have all the insurance you're looking for.
Really? Thanks.
With all the insurance you need, we're like a doctor that doesn't waste your time and money. CG Atlantic. Good like that.
Wherever you're headed, the Custom Computers Know-How team is standing by to help guide you in the East and the West. We now have 2 convenient locations on Patton Street in Palmdale and our newest store in the Caves Village Shopping Plaza through the Blake Road entrance. Discover the latest products by top international brands and the knowledge you need to unleash tomorrow's technology today. Drop by Custom Computers out east or out west. We're open Saturdays from 10 till 4.
Thinking of adding a little color to your house? Well, what are you waiting for? There's no better time to give your house a facelift than during the Colors Free promotion at CBS Bahamas. When you purchase Pratt & Lambert paint from CBS, color is absolutely free. You heard it right. You don't get charged for mixing colors. Now you can paint the outside, the inside, and all the accent walls a different color and save big all at the same time. Who knows? You can use that extra cash to watch a movie, get some food, or even grab a coffee. Visit CBS Bahamas today in the Southwest Plaza, where color is free.
Shanae's Chesapeake Road Christmas Wonderland is open under the Big Tent. Get your Christmas trees in pink, frosted, green, or white in a variety of sizes.
It's Friday, November 25th, 2022, and you're listening to the Guardian News Network Morning Report. Hello, everyone. I'm Charlene Ferguson. Thanks for tuning in. Topping the news. An interministerial committee is now evaluating how best to respond to the lingering issue of shantytowns across the country, including that fast-growing unregulated community which has sprung up in Abaco in the wake of Hurricane Dorian. It's government's slow and methodical response to what residents and MPs on that island have described as an urgent threat to their way of life. Yesterday, Press Secretary in the Office of the Prime Minister, Clint Watson, argued it's a complex issue which must address Crown land violations, building control, and immigration issues.
The Minister of Works is leading this charge. He's also responsible for the Building Control Act. What is the law saying about it to be able to move forward? An interministerial committee has been recommended because there was a shantytown committee under the previous administration with ministers. This is not the same committee. This is a new committee that has been recommended. The committee will include the Minister of Works, obviously, the Minister responsible for immigration, because of that component that's involved, national security, because of that nature as well, Minister of Social Services, and the Minister of Foreign Affairs. They will make up this special committee to start to catalog all of the illegal structures in the Bahamas. There are not just illegal structures in Abaco. There are illegal structures in Exuma, Andros, North Eleuthera.
He indicated government has yet to get a full accounting of how many people will be impacted by the removal of those communities.
What the committee will do is identify where these structures are, who are in these structures, how many of these structures exist. And then, of course, the law will be followed regarding the proper servicing of notice to the persons occupying the homes. And following that, either demolition or a determination will be moved for the persons to move, and the structure will be dealt with accordingly, whether it's taking it down or whatever the purpose it'll be other than taking it down. But that's the order of how it will happen once this committee meets.
He said Bahamians profiting from the construction of those unregulated homes are contributing to the problem.
What has been difficult and what has held up the process is Bahamians have been complicit in supporting these structures being there. Where these structures are located, a lot of them are lands that have been issued to Bahamians for farming. And we're finding out that they're not farming. They're renting the space to persons who fall in this category and are making rent from it. So you can't move somebody who's occupying a space who has permission by the person who legally has rights to that space. And they're saying that, well, I'm paying rent. This is what is happening to these payment people. Now you have to now go to the Bahamians who are occupying and doing this and take other matters into their hands. But that has been the practice. So while we have people complaining about it, our own people are the ones who are duplicit in the practices.
Then there's also a court injunction which remains in place, preventing government from demolishing shantytown structures without first securing court approval. The Attorney General recently suggested a decision from the judge was forthcoming in that case, but that has yet to happen. In other news, the official opposition is being called out for flip-flopping on FTX and now seemingly trying to score political points off the company's collapse. The Foreign Affairs Minister reminds that the Minnis administration welcomed the company's interest in doing business here as much as the PLP government did. Jared Higgs has more.
Minister of Foreign Affairs Fred Mitchell is slamming the opposition, calling them hypocrites for their stance on the FTX fallout. Mitchell says the F&M sought to take credit for FTX's arrival on Bahamian shores, but when the company collapsed, opposition members demanded answers to questions such as whether FTX made political contributions to the PLP.
I've always found it very curious that the F&M always tries to have its cake and eat it too, and we keep warning them that you can't approbate and reprobate at the same time.
FTX was incorporated while the F&M was in office. Back in May, F&M MP for East Grand Bahama and former Minister of State for Finance, Kwesi Thompson, described FTX as a game changer for the Bahamas. He made this contribution during debate on amendments to the DARE Act on May 18, 2022.
Madam Speaker, we have to support this. We have to support the continuation of this initiative. It was our initiative. The vision was laid out in 2018, where we went to the world and said to the world that we want to be a player in this space.
However, last week, Leader of the Opposition, Michael Pintard, called on the Prime Minister to state whether FTX made political contributions to the PLP or whether any MPs held digital wallets. On Wednesday, Thompson lamented the stress and anxiety the, quote, spectacular fall of FTX is causing. Mitchell says that's an inconsistent position for the opposition to take.
But the regulatory authorities have come in and they're doing their job. And the F&M should stop. I tell them, please, stop trying to make more out of this than it is. And of course, the hypocrisy of them trying to claim credit and then now saying, oh, it's all bad news. That's them.
Reporting for the Guardian News Network, I'm Jared Higgs.
Well, talks may be ongoing between government and retail grocers, but Minister for Economic Affairs Michael Halkida says those business owners are complying with the government's price caps for items on its expanded price control list. Retail Grocers Association President Philip Benaby had said they would not adjust their pricing while they were still negotiating with government. But Halkida told the Nassau Guardian yesterday price control inspectors have been out and report back that by and large there is compliance with the new regulations. He said they are currently completing an analysis, but that government's amendment to price control regulations was not an offer which retailers and wholesalers can accept or not. He said it's the law. He confirmed he last met with grocers 3 weeks ago and left that meeting agreeing that the expanded list would be enforced until a less expansive list of items is compiled, which both sides could agree to. At last check, government had increased its maximum markup on perishable and non-perishable items for retail grocers by 5%, 10% for perishable items sold by Family Island grocers. But the association is still concerned that too many items are now price controlled. Stay with us, there's more news after the break.
Everything is changing, and your favorite hardware and home improvement store is getting with the program. We Buy You Sell is rolling out its new online shopping feature. If you go to our website, wbusbahamas.com, it's a quick and easy 3-step process. Step 1, browse the gallery and select your item. Step 2, add to cart. And Step 3, check out. Go to our website, wbusbahamas.com, to shop with us today.
It's here, my Solomon Smart Rewards, the ultimate loyalty rewards program. At Solomon's, Fresh Market, or Exuma Markets, start earning smart rewards every time you shop on every item you purchase. Every dollar you spend will earn you 1 Smart Rewards point, and points are redeemable in all participating locations. Getting started is quick and easy. Earn smart rewards every time you shop at Solomon's, Fresh Market, or Exuma Markets.
Your big day coming, what you want?
I know, but you all seem too far behind, eh? Anyhow, I want Junior to give me washing machine.
Washing machine? What you want washing machine for?
Well, since Junior working on the island now and 3 people got to use your car, I figure we could wash right here.
You got line, eh?
Not yet.
And if you wash here, what we can talk about?
That's true.
If you wash here, how we can catch capsaicin?
That's true, eh?
And if you ain't got no line, how we post to drying if you wash here?
That's true.
Okay, so what you want Junior get you again?
$1,600 worth of tokens. That's how much the washing machine costs.
Now you're talking, and I'll reserve the car for every Saturday.
Gone for that. So what you want for your big day?
Half of them token.
My lord.
Summer wash. We washes you, cleans you, presses you 24/7.
Tired of banks forcing you to use technology to bank the way they want you to? Your convenience is important. So no matter what your banking needs, Commonwealth Bank's friendly staff are always available in branch for that personal one-on-one service. But when you choose technology, our online and mobile banking app offers you state-of-the-art functionality. The choice is yours. Commonwealth Bank. Bank the way you want.
Brother Sil bust up in St. Iles Ketchum's Wallace prancing around in a Broncos jersey. He said, well, I didn't know you did like football. She say, I is celebrating the arrival of my brand new NFL team watches. She say, I got Steelers, Patriots, Cowboys, Dolphins, Packers, Seahawks, Jets, Falcons, Saints, and plenty more, because I is getting ready for Super Brawl 54. Sil say, no, it's Super Bowl. She say, no, with all of that body slamming and man, them all pile up on each other, that's what you call a Super Brawl.
St. Iles Watch and Clock, number 112 Montrose Avenue. Watch and clock repairs and NFL team watches too.
At Master Technicians, we have what your family traditions need, starting with industry-best refrigerators, ranges, and ovens. We also carry Whirlpool washer and dryers, dishwashers and freezers, leading KitchenAid countertop appliances, blenders, microwaves, juicers, kettles, and KitchenAid stand mixers. We even do free delivery in New Providence or to the boat of your choice. Whether you're doing the laundry, creating new memories in the kitchen, or spending family time in front of the television, Master Technicians Limited, keeping family traditions alive for more than 50 years.
Every season creates an opportunity for you to enjoy the comfort and security of your most valuable assets. Unfortunately, termites are common and very unwanted guests that never stop eating. With Strachan, you can enjoy the peace of mind as we protect your investment with our 3-year fumigation warranty. Strachan, #1 in pest control services.
Did you know that Valvoline's Max Life not only protects against friction but also leaks, deposits, and sludge? The 4 major causes of high mileage engine breakdown. Long live your car! Max Life is the first lubricant specially formulated to protect the engine of your high mileage vehicle. Visit us today and see our full line of Valvoline lubricants, chemicals, and antifreeze coolants, distributed by Battery and Tire Specialists, located 7th Terrace, Centerville.
Welcome back. A change of posting for Bahamas High Commissioner to the British Kingdom and Northern Ireland, Alison Greenslade, who said he will soon serve as Bahamas ambassador to South Africa and 9 African countries. He was recorded making the announcement at a farewell dinner with staff at the High Commission in London. He said his contract will take effect December 1st and that he and his wife were pleased to be a part of this government's optimistic vision of improving ties with African nations. Well, it may not seem possible now, but Press Secretary Clint Watson assures that repairs to Village Road will be complete by mid-December.
Finally, all utilities, BPL, Water and Sewage, Cable Bahamas, all of the utility companies are finished doing whatever work that need to be done. They're closing up those holes. Paving is expected to begin on the 3rd of December and will last until the 12th of December. And thereafter, the road is expected to be fully completed and opened. There have been dialogue with the residents in that area. They're excited about it, actually. There have been town meetings to keep them abreast. They're actually excited. They believe this will help and enhance the development of that area. They've been very patient, and we thank them for that. But by the 12th of December, the nightmare should be completely over.
That $6.4 million project was due to be completed by September, but the plan to install a roundabout near the entrance to the Bahamas National Trust pushed back the completion date. And that's going to do it for local news. Stay with us. AP News is next.
Shop the specials and save on your holiday favorites at Super Value and Quality Supermarkets. Best Value Whole Kernel Corn, 15-ounce, $1.19. Rainbow Corned Beef, 12-ounce, $2.59. Chef Boyardee Spaghetti and Meatballs, 15-ounce, $1.59. Pork chop ends, $2.79 per pound. Carter Bath Tissue, 4-pack, $2.99. Donate your change to help feed the Humane Society animals at Super Value and Quality Supermarkets.
Ready to save? You can put $100 into the CFAL Savings Express Plan and make sure your money keeps growing. Earn interest on your savings while you're sleeping, eating, or standing in line at the bank. Ready to invest? Start by putting $1,000 into our mutual funds and earn interest there too. Because at CFAL, your interest is our interest. Visit CFAL.com to start now. CFAL, growing wealth for future generations of Bahamians.
This is the Little Caesars Stuffed Crust Pizza. It's a whole new level of pizza with cheese stuffed crust so spectacular that there's nothing left. A delicious pepperoni pizza with the crust stuffed with lots of cheese and brushed with butter and garlic flavor and sprinkled with Parmesan cheese. Hot and ready, simply irresistible. And only at Little Caesars in Oaksfield, Carmichael, East Street South, and the Charles Sanders Highway. See Little Caesars BS on Facebook and Little Caesars Bahamas on Instagram for more info.
Pizza. At Apex Award Signs and Engraving, the name says it all. The country's trusted name for trophies, plaques, corporate seals, rubber stamps, badges, bumper stickers, traffic and street signs, keychains, t-shirts, interior signs, restaurant menus, and so much more. Apex Award Signs and Engraving, number 128 Mount Royal Avenue in Wilton Street. Open 9 to 5, Monday to Friday, and 9 to 1 on Saturdays. Visit the website at apexawardsbahamas.com. Apex Award Signs and Engraving, number 1 in the Bahamas. Whatever your taste in furniture, Multi-Discount Furniture and Rooms to Go can satisfy those cravings right in time for the holiday season. Our warehouse is stocked, and the store is more than ready to take on your ideas for new furnishings. Timeless designs and colors to give your home a brand new look, from the dining room, living room, all the way to your playroom. And Multi-Discount Furniture has the best holiday prices. A full complement of appliances, refrigerators, freezers, stoves, washers, dryers, at savings you won't believe. Come to Multi-Discount Furniture and Rooms to Go, Montrose Avenue, for the best selections and our best prices.
Move with strength and energy. Drinking Ensure, you get vitamins, minerals, and up to 30 grams of high-quality protein. Your life, your health, your Ensure.
We know how important collecting your money can be to the success of your business. Start your relationship with Fidelity today so that we can show you the many options available to you with our merchant services. From click and pay options online to merchant terminals and e-commerce options. We're here to help your business succeed. For more details, speak to one of our business development officers at 356-7764 in Nassau or 352-6676 in Freeport. Visit our website at fidelitygroup.com or visit any of our branches.
When I say Lumpkin, what in the world is you saying that Christmas sale at? I say the sale starts November 7th and runs for Christmas, and I say that we giving big discounts and that most everything will be on sale. He say, just how big a discount you say? I say, well, I wasn't Pacific, but I say it was going to be a good size. And what else you say? I say that the basins I'm going to be on sale, all them little tiles with the stick on the wall going to be on sale, and the marble and the porcelain and ceramic, all them going to be on sale. And I tell him again that the dates could be November 7th to Christmas. Why you ask? He say, ain't nothing, I just want to know what you say.
And now at 8:18, it is time for your final look at this morning's weather, brought to you by Bahamas First Insurance. Your general situation: an Atlantic ridge of high pressure will dominate the weather pattern across the Bahamas, allowing for mostly dry and stable conditions today. Beachgoers should remain vigilant due to the slight risk for rip currents along East Coast and Atlantic exposed shorelines. For all areas, weather partly to mostly sunny and warm today with a chance of a few isolated showers and a possible thunderstorm or two. Mostly fair and warm tonight with the chance of a stray shower or two. Wind southeast to south at 10 knots in the northwest and central Bahamas, and easterly at 10 to 15 knots in the southeast Bahamas. Seas 1 to 3 feet over the ocean in the northwest and central Bahamas, and 2 to 4 feet in the southeast Bahamas in subsiding easterly swells. Your high temperature today, 88 degrees Fahrenheit, 31 degrees Celsius. Your low temperature tonight, 72 degrees Fahrenheit, 22 degrees Celsius. In your extended weather outlook, high pressure will remain the dominant weather feature across the Bahamas over the next few days. However, a few frontal boundaries will move near the northern islands during the period, supporting an uptick in shower chances, mainly across the northern islands. Your forecast for Saturday, weather partly sunny and warm, with a chance of a few brief spotty showers during the day. Mainly fair and mild at night, with a stray shower or two possible. Small craft should use caution due to lingering swells. Winds northeast to east at 10 to 15 knots. Seas 2 to 3 feet near shore and in sheltered areas, and building up to 5 feet in northeast to easterly swells, mainly along Atlantic exposed shorelines. Your outlook for Sunday, weather partly sunny and warm with a few isolated showers, mainly across the extreme northern Bahamas. Mainly fair and warm with a few stray showers at night. Small craft should use caution due to lingering swells. Winds southeasterly at 10 to 15 knots in the northwest Bahamas, and east to southeast at 10 to 15 knots in the southeast Bahamas. Seas 2 to 3 feet near shore and in sheltered areas, and building up to 5 feet in northeast to easterly swells, mainly along Atlantic exposed shorelines. Tropical weather outlook, the tropics remain quiet and tropical cyclone formation is not expected through the next 5 days. That's your weather check brought to you by Bahamas First Insurance, still the first and only local insurance company and agency network that lets you buy car and home insurance 100% online. Try it today at bahamasfirst.com. Time again for your morning blend traffic alert. This segment brought to you by RBC. Make this Christmas whatever you want it to be with an RBC personal loan. And Udalali, it is looking good on Gladstone Road. Traffic not so thick. It is not even over the hill and near Fusion. It's on top of the hill, it seems. Maybe a little bit over the hill. But it's flowing. That's good news for this morning. So Malabadla Highway, a different story. It is jam-packed and past the roundabout at Fire Trail Road, almost about halfway backed up to Carmichael Road. So if you're on that route at the moment, be patient. A little bit of traffic by Saunders Beach by the roundabout there, not backed up to Go Slow Bend today. On the Eastern Road, it is loosened up and looks like it's flowing. So it's not quite to Fox Hill Road. That is a good sign. On Carmichael Road, another hot spot. Looks like traffic is moving, but it is backed up almost to the Fire Trail Road intersection. But moving on to Blue Hill Road, it is flowing towards Independence Drive, so not a bad commute on that road at the moment. Still some construction on Village Road, so you want to avoid that area if you can. And Bernard Road, a bit trafficy, but flowing in some areas. That's your morning blend traffic alert. Apply for a loan with RBC at rbc.com/Caribbean 1-800-848-9222/loan and don't pay until February 2023.
It's the most rewarding time of the year. Come down to RBC. Get a loan to buy whatever. RBC makes it better. Get a loan and don't pay till New Year.
Make Christmas what you want it to be with a personal loan from RBC. Apply at rbc.com/Caribbean/loan and don't pay till February 2023. Conditions apply.
Get a loan and don't pay till New Year. To RBC.
At Doctors Hospital, we talk a lot about our Joint Commission International Accreditation. The truth is, we worked hard to get it. We're proud of what we've done and what we continue to do. Every single day, every single patient. But why should you care? Our international accreditation means you can rest assured knowing that you have access to the very best healthcare. Our equipment is top of the line. We attract the most qualified physicians, nurses, and technicians. We measure our procedures and outcomes constantly, and we stack up against the very best. That's why you should care. Isn't your health worth it?
Do you want a chance to win one of 5 Yamaha Kryptonite scooters? Do you like the great taste of Frito-Lay chips? Well, all you have to do is purchase chips like Lay's, Doritos, and Cheetos at your favorite grocery store. And you can enter to win thanks to Frito-Lay and the Island Wholesale Scooter Giveaway Promotion. Want to know more? Join us at Super Value Mackey Street, November 26th. This Saturday from 1 to 3 p.m. for a chance to play Island Wholesale Shoot and Win game for instant prizes and a chance to win one of 5 Yamaha scooters. Frito-Lay, distributed by Island Wholesale.
Best of the best. Man, we up in the Bahamian country. We up in on Kitty. We got the best in the Bahamian food. Boat racing all day in the water. Best of the best. Best of the best. Bring me the best of the best. Bring me the best of the best. Best of the best. Best of the best. Best of the best. Man, bring me our boat. Ah, well, there's no more slapping up now. We outside December 1st to the 4th. Best of the best we got on Monaco Beach. You can find out who's the fastest in Class A, B, C, and E.
BWF Christmas Palace is now open. Enjoy a Bahamian Christmas experience with BWF. Check out our wide selection and save big with up to 50% off Black Friday Super Savings, Doorbuster Specials, and tent sale. Friday, November the 25th from 7 a.m. until 6 p.m. and Saturday, 8 a.m. until 6 p.m. Save big on Christmas supplies, toys, Junkanoo and craft supplies, houseware supplies, kitchen and outdoor, cooking supplies, barbecue grills, lawn and garden supplies, automotive supplies and accessories, appliance combo specials, and a whole lot more. BWF. We're more than just our name. Located number 13 Wilton Street, phone 394-000-4-6. Like us on Facebook.
Fidelity, we're good for you. I used to think of the bank as my personal ATM machine. If I wanted a new car, new furniture, a weekend trip to Miami, no problem. Just max out the credit card or top up my loan. I was a big baller until I realized that 75% of my salary was going to pay back all those loans. Fidelity's personal financial coaching was the best solution. Fidelity gave me a plan with a debt consolidation loan that has a built-in savings that pays 5% interest. I now only have one low monthly payment plus money in my pocket. Give Fidelity Bank a call at 356-7764 in Nassau or 352-6676 in Freeport. Visit any of Fidelity's locations or visit a website at fidelitygroup.com.
This is Guardian Radio, 96.9 FM. Fresh news, smart talk, all day.
And the drum began to swing. You should have heard this knocked out jailbird sing. Let it rock. Everybody let it rock. Everybody in the wholesale block was dancing to the jailhouse rock. Spider Murphy played it in the saxophone. Little Joe was blowing on the slide trombone. The drummer boy from Illinois would crash, boom, bang. The whole rhythm section was a purple gang. Let it rock. Roger turned the shifter and he said, Nix, Nix. I wanna stick around, I wanna get my kicks.
Good morning and welcome back to Morning Blend on Guardian Radio 96.9. I'm Chester Robards with Stephen Hanna, and we are shifting gears. We are talking with St. Andrews. We're talking about the secondary school and an upcoming open house. And in studio with us, we have Miss Nivea Bodie, Director of Admissions, Ashish Bowen, Director of Academics, IB, Ms. Jacqueline Peterson, Director of Academics for Middle School and Head of Creative Arts, and Ms. Sonia Adderley, Vice Principal and Head of the Secondary School. Welcome to Morning Blend.
Good morning, thank you.
Yeah, you're gonna have to share those mics and kind of get in front of it. Get in front of it when you want to speak. So, who's gonna start? Tell us what's happening. You know, what you're here to kind of get out to the public.
Sure, I'll start. Good morning, Bahamas. Morning, all listeners. So we're from St. Andrews School and here to talk a little bit about our open house taking place on December 1st. That's next Thursday. We have sessions for primary school and for secondary school. But before we get into the details of that, we want to tell you a little bit about who we are as a school and why you should come and learn more about us.
Good, yeah.
So what is St. Andrews?
Yeah. Who wants to take that?
Well, St. Andrews is the first international school of the Bahamas.
What do you mean by that?
What I mean by that is, whereas there may be a few other international schools, we are the school that started it all about 20 years ago.
I mean, sorry, no.
20 years ago.
Not what do you mean by first? What do you mean by international school?
International school. We like to say custodians of the International Baccalaureate Program. This is an international program which started in Switzerland, and there are schools throughout the world. And as part of this organization, our students at the end of grade 12 who complete the IB program join a select crew of global citizens from all corners of the earth who have international baccalaureate diplomas.
And what
the baccalaureate, the BA, or
what distinguishes them from the rest?
What distinguishes them from the rest is that we focus on grooming our students. For us, we have 5 values that we consider to be our pillar stones at St. Andrews. We focus on excellence, ethics. We try to instill in our students to become lifelong learners. Diversity is also a big part of that. And so we feel as if these are important qualities that our students need to have to become global citizens, not just to be able to be successful here in the Bahamas, but wherever they may choose to be in the world.
Okay. And how does a student actually get into that program?
Well, we have our secondary school is divided into 2 sections. We have our middle school, where we have our middle years diploma, and that goes from grade 6 through grade 10. And at the beginning of grade 11, once students have completed GCSEs at the end of grade 10, they move into the first year of the IB program. And that's a 2-year program. So they begin it in grade 11 and they complete it at the end of grade 12.
I see. So that's everyone?
Everyone.
Ah.
And we, as an international school, we have a role in admissions, and Ms. Bodie would speak more about that, which means that at different points in the school year, we have students who join us, not just from local schools, but students who join us from schools, international schools, from internationally, I should say. We have persons who move here,
Right.
we know because of work, because of other reasons, and they choose St. Andrews.
Right. So how many people do you typically graduate with from the IB program?
It depends on the year. We have grade 11. Our students they choose to stay at, they have an option of staying into grade 12. And this year we have about 30 students, 28 to 30 students who will be completing the program in grade 12.
Interesting. Now, you say 30 students. It sounds like you guys have small class sizes. Is that like an average class size for St. Andrews?
Good morning, everyone. Yes, so lovely that St. Andrews is a small school, so we are able to have our small schools class sizes. They vary depending on the subject area. So anywhere from about 24 students in a class to, I say one of the smallest classes would be about 5.
So what's the teacher to student ratio at St. Andrews? Sorry, I didn't mean to spring numbers on you, but like what's the
I would say that it's about 1 to 8. That would be the teacher to student ratio. Yeah.
Is that within the program? Because I'm trying to form a picture of what St. Andrews School is. It doesn't look like a SAC or a Kingsway in the sense of you go straight through to grade 12, take your exams, and you graduate. The program is a different.
No, the program is
right.
The program is optional, right?
Is optional,
right?
Right.
But I mean, the school has the ratio is 1 to 8.
Right, exactly.
Okay.
Right. Which is ideal because then you have
Yes.
more face time between the teachers and
Right.
the students.
Yeah.
Exactly, yes.
Right.
But is that a kind of a requirement for the program for internationally? The ratios.
No, it isn't a requirement. It just so happens that we are, we're a school that prides itself on being able to cater to the diverse needs of our students. And so over the years, we have found that the program does work better when students have that one-on-one attention because of the various elements that are involved in the program. And so it's certainly advantageous for them to be in small class sizes where all of their questions can be answered and where they can pursue their personal interests.
Right. Now, I know nothing about St. Andrews aside from the fact that it is all the way out east. So I hear you saying that there are some classes that might only have 5 students in it. And so that makes me feel like some of the courses that you offer or some of the classes that you guys offer might be not traditional or might be something that the average school doesn't offer. What are some of the classes or even like direct, because you're talking about like personal interests that the students might have. What are some of those things?
So I'll speak for the DP program, which is grades 11 and 12, and then I'll allow Ms. Peterson to explain more about the middle years program.
Okay.
So in the DP program, students who are pursuing the full diploma are required to take 6 courses, and those 6 courses are selected from 6 subject groups. So for example, in group 1, which is language, well, it's actually the mother tongue that students would speak. At our school, we offer language and literature. So all of our students take that. In group 2, which is language acquisition, students have a choice between learning Spanish and French at either the ab initio or which is just the beginner's level, or they can learn Spanish or French at the higher level. In group 3, we currently offer business studies, history, geography. In group 4, that's our experimental sciences. We offer chemistry, physics, biology. In group 5, that's our arts. We have an excellent music arts program. We also, if students wish to pursue a second science, in group 6, they can also choose chemistry. And then in addition to that, we also have group 5. Sorry, I skipped over group 5. We have maths. And our math is unlike any math that's taught on the island. It's pre-university level mathematics. So students are taught pre-calculus, they're taught calculus within the math courses.
And that's as an option?
This is an option, and so students, they can either choose to take the standard level math course or they can choose to take the higher level math course, which is a little bit more rigorous and which is aimed towards preparing future engineers and doctors. Yes. And so, and then in addition to this, we also have our Theory of Knowledge course, which teaches students to think about what they're learning in their class in terms of the various methodologies that are used by the different disciplines to acquire the knowledge that they currently have. We also have the extended essay that students complete, which is a 4,000-word dissertation. It's very much so like the dissertation that university professors would have had to complete during their time in university. So they learn about research skills, they learn about self-management, and they become much better at expressing their passions and their personal interests through this piece of work. And then finally, we have the CAS program, which is our creativity, activity, and service component. And this equips our students to be service-minded. And so we encourage them to think about issues that are larger than themselves, especially around the Bahamian community. And so we encourage them to identify problems that our community faces, and then they develop projects to address those needs.
All right. Okay. So I want to circle back to that.
That's heavy.
So I want to circle back to the perhaps some examples of projects that students may have identified and say, oh, this is something we could tackle.
Sure.
And some of the solutions they came up with. But first, the middle years program. So like, what are we looking at?
So with our middle school program, that's our grades 6 through 10. Generally in grades 6 through 8, we have our core subjects such as math and science and English and either Spanish or French. And then they get into also social studies and then the arts. So they take either drama or art, and they also take music. But what I want to highlight in the middle school is our lifelong learner courses, which are Level Up, which is an excellent course that teaches our students to prepare for assignments, teaches them study skills, not to procrastinate, as I was as a child. We also offer a course that's called Health and Well-Being, so that our students understand the diet that they put into themselves and also the importance of exercise. We also offer a course called Personal Well-Being, which looks at respecting one another, respecting themselves, the attitude that they have towards themselves and their peers, and all the social aspects that they come up with during these teenage years and how to deal with them. And then finally, global citizenship. So global citizenship is a fascinating course where students get to learn about local and international issues that are happening, and they get to explore and research what's going on in the world and how to become a better citizen within the Bahamas and the world.
And you fit all this stuff into a typical day and a typical week?
Yes, into a typical. Yeah, it's a busy week for them, definitely.
Sure.
And of course, I forgot PE. I can't forget PE, which is very important as well.
Yeah. Wow.
So yeah, I hear drama on the middle school side. Do they continue that into senior?
Yes, we do have theater arts. Okay. It's an excellent program, which is also offered at the standard level and the higher level.
Okay. All right. So yeah, so you're telling us students get to address a problem that they see in the local community.
Yes.
Do you have any examples that you
Yes. So last year, many of our students felt that there were lots of students in other schools that may have been disenfranchised due to the pandemic. Mm-hmm. And so they decided to put together a tutoring service for students in primary schools. From year to year, their projects and their interests, they change. And so this year, I know that they're trying to raise funds that they're eventually going to funnel into various not-for-profit organizations, and they're doing this by creating a skit. So depending on the student, depending on the child and his or her personal interest, that is the area that they're going to work towards, enhancing or improving. Yeah.
Interesting.
What I would like to add as well for the middle school program
Yeah.
is that we also have, we try to develop those research skills from lower down in the school.
Right.
And so for our students in grade 8, there's a mandatory research course that they must do that year. And they come up with something that they would like to research, an issue locally, and throughout that year, they are taught how to research it, how to put it together, how to cite properly, how to reference what it is that they're studying. And that's a part of the middle years program. And because CAS is a big part of who we are as a school, that is also something that our students do as a part of the middle school. So from grade 6 straight up into grade 10, they must complete creativity, activity, and service hours as well. And all of this helps them to be better prepared for the IB program in grade 11 and 12.
Wow. And you have an open house to get all of this information to people.
That's right.
The open house must be like a week.
No, it's just one day, but a lot to fit in that one day, as you
Yeah.
can hear. And so we're inviting all parents who are looking for an environment such as St. Andrews, just as you've heard, an environment that is inclusive for all types of learners, a diverse environment where we are building lifelong learners, that sense of community, and then of course we pride ourselves in ethics and excellence in the arts, sports, academics, and all that we do. We really pride ourselves. You're looking to be a part of a program like this, and we invite you to come on down. Our open house December 1st. So our first session is for primary families. That begins at 9 a.m. and be an information sessions with our heads of school, and then we finish up with a campus tour. And then for our secondary school, so you'll hear more from this team, at 11 a.m., and that includes an information session and campus tour. And to register to attend the open house, we invite you to visit us on social media, St. Andrews, Bahamas. There's a registration link on that page. If by chance you cannot register, no worries, just come. We want you to come. We want you to hear more about us. You can also, I'll leave the number here with you. If you want to call the school, 677-7800, or you may email us.
All right. We're going to take our final break of the show, and then we'll be back to wrap up with St. Andrews.
I'm getting bugged driving up and down the same old strip. I gotta find a new place where the kids are hip. My buddies and me, you're getting real well known. Yeah, the bad guys know us and they leave us alone.
Breakfast just got better at Wendy's. Introducing the Breakfast Biggie Bag. Enjoy a double sausage muffin with 2 square sausage patties, a freshly cracked egg, and cheese served on a toasted English muffin, a medium waffle fries, and an orange juice for only $5.25, VAT inclusive. Add an apple pie for just $1 more. Say what? At Wendy's, better breakfast is all day. Offers valid in participating locations. Wendy's, different inside and out.
Link up with BTC. Did you get the speed bump? All BTC subscribers with a bundled fiber connection receive the speed increase. Totally free and totally automatic. It's just another way of ensuring that we are delivering best value to our customers, keeping them on the leading edge of everything awesome. Link up with BTC to get your speed bump today. Visit any BTC store or btcbahamas.com to learn more.
Get a merry makeover this Christmas from Scotiabank. Apply for a Scotia Plan loan to win a home renovation. This Christmas, unwrap the celebration. $3,000 for your home, new lamp, new decor, new couch that you
Win
own.
a $3,000 home goods gift card when you apply for a Scotia Plan loan this Christmas. We're giving you the gift of a low interest rate and up to 2 months with no payments. Plan the perfect Christmas with your Scotia Plan loan. Use it for any purpose, plus benefit from flexible payment terms. Apply for a Scotia Plan loan now to enter to win a merry home makeover.
It's been 35 years since Custom Computers was founded, and we'd like to celebrate that milestone by thanking you, our clients and customers. You've inspired 35 years of expert service and support, partnering with the world's leading brands like HP, Apple, and Microsoft. We take pride in setting the bar for what you expect and deserve from a homegrown Bahamian business. We're here to serve you when you need us, so call 396-1101. Custom Computers, raising the standard since 1987.
Florida Auto Parts can deliver all the auto parts your car will ever need, direct from the USA and from around the world. Florida Auto Parts provides fast delivery on auto parts, and we ship throughout the Bahamas, genuine or aftermarket, new or used, and all for the best price. Call Florida Auto Parts Trusted Parts Rep on WhatsApp at 1-786-772-8777 to save on your next auto parts purchase. Florida Auto Parts, the right parts at the right price.
Finding more time on your hands lately? Need to start or finish a paint project at home? Well, all 3 Sherwin-Williams paint and art stores are open to serve you. Find and follow them on social media for more info at Sherwin-Williams242 and check out their website at SherwinWilliamsBahamas.com.
This is Guardian Radio 96.9 FM. Fresh news, smart talk, all day.
Let's twist again, like we did last summer. Yeah, let's twist again, like we did last year. Do you remember when we really honey? Yeah, let's twist again.
Welcome back to Morning Blend on Guardian Radio 96.9. I'm Chester Robards, along with Stephen Hanna. We're talking with St. Andrew's School. We're talking about the secondary school. We're talking about an open house. But we're going to hear about some arts now. Yeah, tell us about what is going on there. During the break, you were talking about a production.
Yes, definitely. So I've been at the school now for 21 years, and I would say the arts program is outstanding. We just finished Sister Act Junior. We just had the show on Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday night to an excellent audience. They did amazing. It was a great performance. But in the past, we've also done shows like Grease, The Addams Family, Legally Blonde, The Sound of Music, and coming up in March, we are doing, our primary school is doing Annie. They were set to do this pre-pandemic, and they were a week away from putting it on when everything shut down.
Right.
And so we are so pleased that they'll be able to bring this on for us. Other than that, we have an outstanding visual arts program where our students participate in a lot of the competitions around the Bahamas. They have participated in the Central Bank competition. Also last year, the Freedom of Information Unit of the Bahamas, they wanted a new logo, and our school won not only first place, not second place, but also third place. Wow. So we took a clear sweep on that one. We just have, it's a strong program both within our curriculum and our extracurricular. And it's a way for our students to show themselves not only academically, but also artistically, either in dance or music or drama, and it's just a fantastic avenue for them.
Awesome, that's great. And how about some success stories? Just like where people have been going, I guess, after St. Andrews, and what kinds of professions you've been seeing them go into?
All right, so the IB program, and it doesn't matter whether you're a certificate student or a diploma student, it certainly opens up a whole world of opportunities for you where universities are concerned. First and foremost, if you successfully complete the diploma program, you will gain some exemption from university level courses. In some states in the US, for example, like Texas, you can get up to 24 credits. You can gain exemption from up to 24 credits, which is a significant amount, right? It's because like a typical year is 30 credits. If you're able to gain exemption from 24 credits, then that automatically fast tracks you to whatever career or whatever study that you're interested in. Apart from that, university admissions counselors, they prefer IB students to other students who are applying to them, because IB students are able to demonstrate that they are well-rounded, they have been exposed to a lot of soft skills, they are service-minded, and also they are independent thinkers and independent learners for the most part. And this is what university level admissions counselors are attracted to. So it's a great program, and currently there are over 100 countries in the world that offer the program, and every year about 5,000 universities around the world are accepting students who have the IB credential. So if you are someone out there who is looking for a program for your child that is going to open the doors for them in the UK, in Canada, in the US, in Australia, practically anywhere in the world, then this is definitely a program that's worth looking into, and our open house is definitely worth attending to gain the information that you need to certainly figure out if this is the best option for you.
I have a question that just came in on the chat line, and someone's asking why, they say why can't this IB program, why can this IB program not be instituted in the government school system? Seems it would be a beneficial improvement. It's probably a lot to get accredited, I'm sure.
Yes, it takes a whole lot. In fact, right now we're going through our evaluation process. So we've already gone through, well, in 2005 when the program was first introduced, that's when we would have gone through our IB authorization process. But then every 5 years, we have to maintain our accreditation status. Yeah. And so there's a whole lot that goes into that. Yeah. And so certainly you need expert knowledge to guide that process. Mm-hmm. But that's an excellent question. And definitely it isn't, the program isn't just limited to private schools in our world. There are government schools in the world, there are public schools in the world, and I've met persons working at public schools where this program is offered. So certainly this is a viable option for us in the Bahamas.
Yeah. Now, do you offer scholarships for people
yes,
to
we do, and we have our scholarship guru right here in the studio.
So scholarships are offered to students entering St. Andrews, a full scholarship. If you're finishing grade 9 at a government school, at a junior school, we offer a full academic scholarship. We launched that program in February of each year, where applications are sent out to each of the schools, and we get applications back. They go through our screening process. So they submit transcripts, letters of recommendation, they sit our admissions test, and then we shortlist and interview students for that. And each year we seek to anywhere from 2 to 4 scholarship students from the government school system. So definitely a St. Andrews education can be reached by all, if at all interested.
Yeah, that's great. All right, so tell us once again about the open house, when, where, how.
Sure. So just again, our open house on Thursday, December 1st, inviting you to join us at 9 a.m. if you have a primary school student, and 11 a.m. if you have a secondary school student. Come and learn about us. Come and see us in action. There's nothing like, you're hearing this from us, but come and walk the campus. Come and talk to the teachers. Come and meet our students. That's when you see the true St. Andrews in action, when you really speak with those really vested in our community. And so if you want to learn more about us, just a conversation, unable to make the open house, also available for private tours and just a sit and meet and talk with you. So you may call us at the school, 677-7800.
Okay. And school is going to be in session when you have this open house.
School will be in session.
You'll be able to see everything going on.
See everything, walk into the classroom. Teachers will be teaching, so no made-up stuff, just live and in action.
And I just wanted to add, too, that our high school diploma is accredited. And so, if you completed just our grade 12, our grade 11 and 12 program, and if you were able to achieve the high school diploma, you would be able to use this to get admission into higher level institutions also, because we are accredited by the Council of International Schools and also by NEASC as well as the IB. And so that's certainly an advantage, and that certainly sets us apart from any other school that is on the island.
Well, awesome. You guys have got people insisting that the Ministry of Education look into getting an IB program in the schools. So
Awesome.
that's
Yes,
great.
that would, yes.
Go lobby
That would be
somebody
great.
today to get that. And I'm mad I'm missing some of these plays. How do you find out about them? How do you know about them?
So most of our plays are advertised over social media.
Okay.
So with our Instagram and our Facebook page, and also just locally word of mouth.
Yeah, awesome. Let's hope maybe one day I'll get to see one. They sound great.
Nice. Yes.
That's our show for today. Thank you so much, Nivea Bodhi, Ashish Bowen, Jacqueline Peterson, and Miss Anya Adderley. Appreciate you bringing this message to the people.
Awesome. Thank you, you too.
Stephen Hanna, that is Morning Blend for the day. You're going to stick around for Morning Blend business, right?
It depends.
Okay.
Depends on what you guys talking about.
Oh, wow, man. What a time. Anyway, we will be back with Morning Blend business after these messages.
This is Guardian Radio 96.9 FM, Nassau, Bahamas.
This is Guardian Radio, your station for up-to-the-minute news, intelligent, interactive, and engaging conversation. 96.9 FM. The views and opinions of the hosts and guests are their own and do not necessarily reflect the position of the management and staff of Guardian Network.
Wake up, it's a new day. Wake up, it's a new day.
Good morning and welcome to Morning Blend Business on this Friday, November 25th. Once again, I'm Chester Robards. I'm filling in for Dwight Strachan, who is still on vacation until early next week. So he should be flying back from
Keeping it a surprise.
from Greenland. I understand he was on a Greenpeace ship, trying to stop some oil drilling or something.
Whale drilling or oil drilling?
Oil drilling, I think.
Likely
They might be collecting whale fat. Who knows? But today is Stephen Hanna's day. He's with me and staying through Morning Blend Business. My G.
For now,
Oh,
correct.
joining us, we've got Stephen Gay from Suncash. It's
Good-
Black Friday.
Good morning,
It's Black
good
Friday,
morning.
Stephen Gay.
Yes, Black Friday.
You must have some good information for us on a Black Friday.
Yeah, we got one or two little things. People like things.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, 'tis the season to be tingsy.
Little things.
Are there? Are you guys giving out stuff?
Yeah, we have a little something. Being a tech company, we have something for you to go log on and go explore.
Good.
And take advantage of.
Well, let's get into it. So first of all, for people who don't know what Suncash is or who Suncash is, just start there.
Okay. Well, good morning, everyone, again. Suncash is what we call a fintech company. We do is financial, like a version of financial services, but we offer a lot of with digital solutions, primarily through our mobile app.
Right.
Through this mobile app, you can transfer money within the Bahamas. You could use our Western Union component and transfer money internationally. You could do mobile top-ups, and this is global mobile top-up, not just BTT Alive. You could top up Digicel and others in the region and others around the world. You could also pay all of your government stuff, like your road traffic fees, stuff like that, driver's license stuff, through our app. You can make for those who spin and dabble in that life. You can connect your gaming accounts to our wallet, and you can have your funds deposited directly into the wallet, and then we also have a facility where we can connect our wallets to your debit cards, and so you can transfer the money into your bank, so you avoid lines.
Right.
So we're trying to bring everything into one space through one app, and it's been very efficient, and we're making some things happen.
And you guys also do Sand Dollar now, right?
Oh yes, we also do Sand Dollar. The Sand Dollar is 1 for 1 actually. Like so, when you put in, when you load $5 into your SunCash wallet, that's automatically 5 Sand Dollars. So we make the steps to pay very easy and very simple. So you could just go right up there, press the QR code, scan it, and that settles in Sand Dollar or the regular dollars through our wallet.
In the physical. Yeah. All right. So I know that you guys also have like some facial recognition Sand Dollar top-up machines that you guys are working on, right?
Man,
tell us about that tech.
It's called FacePay.
Okay.
Where are they located? Is it Subway or where is it?
It's at Bamboo Shack.
Okay. I know it's a restaurant.
Right now we're at Bamboo Shack and at the Bush Cook. Right now, we have
around the corner.
Yeah, we have several other locations that are coming online soon.
Right.
And we're excited about that, especially in this Christmas season. We trying to encourage all of our users and the general public at large to be safe. So let's reduce the amount of cash we carry. Let's not expose ourselves, and let's have a Merry Christmas.
All right. So the people who so we know for sure that the persons who have the kiosks they accept Sand Cash and Sand Dollar and stuff like that.
The kiosks, you mean?
Sorry, the face recognition.
Yes, because that's one of our. You got to have a merchant services account with us in order to get those devices.
All right, so automatically. So tell us, walk us through how it works. So like a person comes there and they say, "Hey, I want to get, I guess it'll be a Gold Rush burger." I know that Bush Cook.
Bush Cook.
Bush
Okay,
Cook constantly changes their whatever their promotional thing is, right? Person says, "Okay, it's X number of dollars." Do I walk up to the kiosk, I show my face, and it's kind of like Apple Pay where like it
reads the contours of your face,
right?
And all of that is done like when you register for it through our app, and so you walk right up and say, "Hey, let me get a breast fry dry. I want to pay with Sun Cash or I want to pay via FacePay," and they'll position the camera,
right,
and then you'll hear it beep.
Now, here's the thing, right? So I've been told that I look like several people. There's this guy, customs officer inside Freeport named Jerry. Right?
You know this person.
I've never met Jerry, but I've been told I look like Jerry, right? What is to prevent somebody with a similar facial feature from getting free food off of me with this? What's the safety thing? Because
we are that confident that our technology reads every detail of your face so that we know that that's you. If there is an issue, then the agent will be able to say, "Hey, we need you to punch in your 4-digit PIN."
Right.
If there is any issue.
So there's a 2-factor
verification.
Backup, like a checkpoint to make sure.
No. If your face ain't good, that ain't good.
Yeah, your face gotta be good. But we have backups.
All right. Okay,
Which
so
makes sense.
All right. So and then you said if they have a merchant
services account
with you, then clearly they would have that machine. How many persons, or is there a list of persons with a merchant service account with you that even if they don't have the facial recognition machine, do they accept other forms of payment through Sun Cash?
Yes, we also through our merchant services we also offer Visa, MasterCard, and debit card.
I would imagine also I'd be able to pay with Sand Dollar if they have a merchant services account.
Yes.
All right. So now, is there a directory of persons that have your merchant services account that I could say, okay, these are the people who I know I could stop here if I leave my wallet home, but I have my phone?
Stephen, yes. Let me open up the app and I can show you.
All right.
You can stop there if you have your face too.
Yeah.
Well, everybody doesn't have the facial recognition yet.
No.
But we know for sure that.
But we know if you're hungry, you could go at least
Bush
one place,
Cricket,
at least two
yeah.
places.
Yeah. Bush Cricket,
And we have,
barbershop.
and we're hoping to
But my
go
face
live
is
with
evident.
several more before the Christmas.
Your name, your face, everything.
So when you go here, right?
Right.
Click more.
He's showing me the sound. This is the Sun Cash app.
Sun Cash app.
And pay a business.
Right.
Oh, so then you can see all the businesses?
Yes.
Right.
And then this loads up here. Now we have over 2,000 merchants as of today. We have 2,000 merchants who are part of our merchant services system.
Right.
All of them have not been fully uploaded yet. Our dev team is like busy.
I see Milo Butler, Caribbean Steel.
Yeah. You got
Salvation Army is there.
Yeah. So
oh well,
Baja Leaf.
I know Salvation Army accepts $1 purchases.
Right.
$1
As of yesterday.
donation. Well, from last week, I think.
Really? Well, they just launched it in the paper today.
Yeah. And so
officially.
And so now if you want to donate to them,
you can do it via the $1
You
app.
can do it through Sun Cash.
Oh, sorry,
And-
Sun
you can do
Cash.
Sun Cash.
So I
Stephen, let me show you how simple it is, right? You see, this is the main wallet.
Right.
You see this little thing with the sound all in this,
The QR code, right.
Just tap it, bang, pulls up the camera, and then you just scan.
Right.
Whatever QR code, our QR code that's at the various registers at our merchants.
Yeah.
And it reconciles, bang.
I'm
that's it.
familiar with it because I was at Jollification and the Wine and Art
It was
Festival,
Simple A.
right? And
It was simple.
Lori was walking everybody through it.
Yeah, man.
So I'm familiar with the technology. I'm very apprehensive as a Bahamian person to download another thing onto my phone. I like y'all rich people with these phones and all these.
But I hear you. I hear you. I feel that same way too.
Talk me
It's
into-
another app, but this app here does it all. All you need.
Talk me
All
into
you
it.
need, literally.
I do have a question. Is there a minimum like type of phone that you need to even have an app
No,
like
and that's
this?
the beauty of our app because we fit all phones, even the bubblers. You know the other. I don't know.
you can't go too bubble.
No, you can't. But if you could get internet and get WhatsApp, our app can work.
I see.
Right. And
we're putting this technology in the hands of everyone, from the iPhone Max to Ultra 22s to the whatever those other ones. I don't want to call no names.
Okay.
You know, the
Now,
other ones.
the thing is, I'm not super concerned about necessarily the app itself, right? What are the steps if I download the app? How do I get a Sun Cash account? Do I still gotta scan in my passport, my stuff? What do I need
From
to
a
sign
merchant
up?
services side
No,
or the
just as a
personal side?
regular Joe Blow. I want to sign up for Sun Cash app so I could have a $1 wallet so I could go to these places and scan my face, do all the different stuff. What do I need as a part of the general public? Do I just download it and fill out a form? What is it? How's it work?
Yes, when you download the app, you go through a brief registration process. That registration process, we collect the basic KYC info, so your name. Of course, we're gonna get your telephone number, your primary email address. That's what we need basically to start your basic account.
Right.
From there, there are different
Is it
tiers.
minimum balance?
Yeah. Yes.
Okay.
And then you can only transact I think it's up to $500 at that point. But then once $5,000 I think. 2,025. Let me double check that for you. But there's a minimum balance thing that you can transfer locally.
Right.
Once you verify and then you add in like your picture IDs, your government issue IDs and stuff, just like in the banks, then we take you to another tier. And that tier allows you to transfer more money. And then especially for our Western Union side, like through our app, if you use Western Union through our app, you save 50% of all fees or transfer fees, right? And once you load up all your information in the app, that's a one and done. So you could go anywhere in the world and you could just say, okay, I transfer from my debit card or my credit card anywhere. I want to send $20 to Chester, Western Union, and you set up all your controls and where you want to pick it up, security controls, all that stuff done from that.
So the KYC is one time.
One time.
Right.
You know, and I think that's across the board now. So we are central bank regulated, and that's one of the things that they mandate.
Right.
And so we have to. I mean, so it's not like Sun Cash just doing this. It's like this is what the law demands. And so you feel we try to bring you that level of safety, so you can feel safe and secure that hey, you're giving us our information, but you know, we're doing it in line with the law of the land, and we do what we got to do to protect you.
Right. I mean, do you guys expect, I guess it is the season, a lot of people to be using like Western Union
Yes,
around this time?
We've seen a lot of pickup. We've seen the pickup a lot. in our head office yesterday, man, I was like, whoa, there's a lot of people.
How many active users do you guys have? Because I imagine that particularly with now that persons have had some persons have been forced to, not forced, actively coaxed into using Sand Dollar at the various festivals that just went by, right?
Mm-hmm.
That I imagine like, oh, okay, well, this is a thing and this could work. Or how many active users are you seeing on the app presently? I mean, and not like as of this morning, but like in the past couple of months.
50,000 active.
Okay.
We have over 130,000 registered.
Right.
And that goes across the app and our Western Union platform.
Right.
So we have a very big database. And we noticed, like, especially with Jollification and the other festivals recently, our active user count is climbing.
Right.
I could put a request in. Let me see if I could get that accurate count for you as of this morning.
Right.
I put a request in for it. But I know that we were around that 50,000 range as of like last weekend for Jollification. So we doing it.
Right.
We're seeing the response. And we think it's positive, especially going into the new year. We think that we got some big things coming in the new year, and we hope to just get everybody on board and realize that, hey, that Suncash is your avenue to try to keep you to be safe in doing these transactions.
So like, and I guess it goes towards customer education. Is there more or less a push for persons to be sharing money like peer to pear? Like, because once again, that's supposed to be like the benefit of Sand Dollar, right? Like to have this easy transaction of money. Is that something that you're hearing from customers, or you're seeing customers utilize it in that way, or is it still primarily between business and consumer?
It's primarily, we're seeing a lot of business to consumer,
right?
But the peer-to-peer is growing,
right?
And I think that's in part to the use at the festivals,
right?
Because now people are now buying into the idea of Sand Dollar and buying into the idea in general. Like, it's crazy to see how people did it, especially at Jollification. Like when we look at how we were able to have kiosks there to load your wallets, and then people would just run over to the big businesses like Bristol, and they were doing major, just like crazy transactions. I mean, for obvious reason, but that opened our eyes a lot to see that there is buy-in, and there is, and the numbers are starting to show us that people are buying into this now, and so we already started to strategize customer education to try to make sure that in the new year we find a way to make sure that everybody understands what it is that we do with the digital currency and how to do it properly.
So what are you guys doing in terms of medium to small enterprises? The small businesses, they say medium and small is $5 million, Chester, but yes, the radio, we heard you roll your eyes just now, Chester.
You did? Okay.
But I talk about real small businesses like me and Chester, where it's like, okay, that's not our turnover, right? Is there a push to get those persons involved in terms of ease of transaction between them and the average person, and also
ease of fees,
right? Ease of fees, but also you have. I know that there's some wallets and some financial tech persons who are like inside the bigger stores where like this is a product that people have to get. Like you have to go to the food store.
Yeah.
Right? Can I go to the food store and pay using some solution with Suncash?
Oh yeah. We are present in the major food stores and Super Values, Solomon's.
Okay.
We're there. When you go to the register, all you do is you just go to the register and say, hey miss, I want to check out and I want to use Sand Dollar. I want to use Sand Dollar or I want to use Suncash.
Okay.
What they'll do, they'll go into the register, type it up, because all of our codes are integrated with their POS.
Right.
So they'll go and type in Suncash, Sand Dollar, and then they'll actually scan the QR code that we have on their register.
Right.
So you just go in there like how I showed you with the app.
And then you put in the amount.
They would put in the amount and everything on their end.
Right.
So all they're doing is that you scanning that code. So the code here, through the internet, goes into the POS and say, okay, Stephen Hanner is here and he wants to spend $5.
Right.
That automatically deducts from your wallet goes into their system. They print you out a receipt. You get a notification on your screen,
Right.
and everything is cool.
Right. So now the other thing is like I know that with things like PayPal, you have your own personal URL that you could send out to people. Say, okay, this is PayPal.
We have that as well.
Slash
sure.
Shinwin is mine in case Chester wants the $75.
Okay.
So
let's say, for example,
right.
if I come here to hit send, that same thing happens. So now I can send $100 or send cash. So let me say, let me do this like this.
Right.
Then I can choose how do I want to send it.
Send to a custom name or address, right?
Yeah.
And so when I sign up with the app,
You would have an option to do that right there at sign up.
So I'll be able to create what my custom name is.
Yes,
And
at
so
sign up.
I'll be able to put that online and be like, oh, hey, you want to
Send
Send
funds,
me,
yeah.
send me some money.
All
Yeah,
right.
we do it all for you in one shot.
All right. And so has that been a popular feature that you see?
Yes,
more
we've been seeing it more for like in the creative spaces,
right?
For creative merchants, they tend to use that one because then because you could just send it out via WhatsApp or whatever.
I need that, but
Yeah,
that's
man,
fine.
we gotta get you some cashy.
Listen, whenever you're ready,
yeah.
I mean, I would download it now.
Download it right now, man. And then once you
I'd rather send you money like that too, you know.
Yeah. I mean, listen, I'll download it if somebody gonna send me $5.
I'll send you $5 to test it right now so we can see.
Okay, I will go ahead.
I'm
Continue.
all into this digital wallet thing, right? Because I had to pay somebody, a vendor of mine, and they gave me their bank number, bank account number. And I could not get this thing to work, right, to transfer the funds. Number one. Number two, I didn't really want it because when it's a different bank, there's
It takes a
sometimes
while.
fees and it takes
Right.
forever.
And those are bank fees.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Those are bank
$5 fees and
And,
stuff.
and I went to ask him, I said, like, you have one of these wallets? Because I'll send it to you like ASAP, right? It'll happen like that. Because that's what my experience has been with wallets, right? And then we just decided to meet
and exchange cash.
and exchange cash in Kelly's, like very weirdly. You know, it was just because that's what, and I don't like doing that. I don't carry cash anymore. And so I was so happy when these digital wallet companies came out and Sandal and all that, because I'm one of those people. And now that you can donate money to the Salvation Army, because again, I'm one of those people who I can't pass a bell ringer and they'd be like, "Oh, good evening."
You just feel guilty,
and
right?
I'm guilty, and I'm like, I don't have a single piece of paper on me.
And
But now
they don't believe you.
I could just scan my wallet and donate, and this makes me happy.
Does the Salvation Army, you said it's in the story in the paper that they
Yes,
they
it's
have,
definitely.
do they have a
business
QR code?
They have the QR code posted above the kettles.
Okay.
No, but he meant
if it's in the story,
because that would make sense if you guys had put
Yeah,
the
because
actual QR code.
I would like to demonstrate how easy it is to send
Boy,
money.
if they'd
I mean, you
I don't know.
guys
Could we
know
have done that?
Yes,
I
you
mean,
could.
we could have. It's a good cause. You're right.
It's a
you're
good
right.
cause,
We could have.
and Suncash could make that happen for them. You know.
Yeah, well,
Seems good.
we could have
We can
posted
make that happen
the
for them.
QR code in the paper.
And
Now you made me feel bad.
Just put it right there. With the caption underneath it.
Yeah, we didn't need a picture of them, holding each other's hands. It's just QR code so people could scan it.
You can put both. It's a
Wow.
Friday paper.
You're
It's
right.
not like
You're
you
right.
can
Put both of them there, and then we could just transmit your Suncash right there for that. And
But this is the beauty of what you guys are doing.
yes,
You guys are making it easy to move money around, cheaper to move money around,
cheaper and
safer
safe.
to move money around.
I can't push that
Yeah.
enough, Chester, because I mean, we're reducing the exposure. I think business owners could appreciate this a lot. That not having to carry around a whole container of money and wait for the police to come and draw attention to yourself. I think that if you could reduce that pushed the criminals in a different direction.
Well, we saw something happen in Cable Beach recently.
Exactly.
Fella dropping money off, got robbed.
Yeah. So with Suncash, I can't speak for the others, but I know Suncash, that's our game. We trying to reduce that exposure by offering all these different types of payments to these different types of entities to make it simple and safe.
I've the other thing about digital payments solutions is I've not cleaned my car and found like change in a long time. which is one of the reasons I don't like to deal in cash, because I've lost, I said this before, I've lost thousands, I'm sure, in lost change. In people's couches, in my car, in the ground, in the grates in the ground, everywhere, right? And so I don't want to deal with paper money anymore. And digital wallets give you that freedom. So it's Black Friday, and it's the holiday season. Tell us what y'all got going on. I hear y'all got prizes and things.
Yes, we got two things that is really, really good. One is we have a bumper sticker promotion that starts on Monday. And
a bumper sticker promotion.
Yeah. Hear me out with this.
Okay.
Now. We're trying to mix the old with the new. Because we got folks out there who they identify with that in a big way, but then we're trying to make it a little bit more interactive.
Right.
So when you make your transactions on the app or in the store, you're entered to get a bumper sticker. So let's say you make a transaction over the app, and you go into the store. We're going to give you some codes. You could go get your bumper sticker, put it on your car, and when our people see you, you entered to win some prizes. We have up to $25,000 in cash and prizes that we're going to be giving away. One of our prizes is a car.
Ooh.
And so we trying to, we want to try to up the ante, let people know, try to come out and support Sun Cash and get your bumper stickers, and let's make this happen.
Will it count if I put it on on the back of my jacket because I don't have a car yet?
I think so. I'll speak to the team about that.
Because I feel like it's unfair that only people with cars could win a car.
You can't put it on your jacket.
I should
it's
be allowed.
We just need
sticker.
to be able to
Don't put it on your bumper.
You got to put it on your bumper.
Right, fine.
We just need to spot you. That's all. When you spot you, you have a chance to win that car. So then you wouldn't have to walk. And then you
That's
go
what I'm saying. And it's an electric? What is this?
No, we can't see it. You'll see on Monday. You'll see on Monday once we put it on.
All right. Tesla. I hope I'm going to speak it into existence. That it might be a Tesla. The internet is a little slow.
So the promotion starts Monday. Where do you get the bumper stickers?
From all of our locations.
From vendors?
Yes.
Ah.
So you can just go in, and once you make a transaction, you can get it.
Interesting.
That's one thing we have going on. When we talk about the Black Friday stuff, we are making your Black Friday purchases simple through our app. Now, let me go back, open the app again to demonstrate it, because it'd probably be a little easier. We have a feature here called gift cards and vouchers. Right?
Okay.
We have every major store: Apple, Amazon, Bath and Body Works, Gap, Nintendo, Xbox, Roblox. Roblox very popular.
I just got some the other day.
Walmart. So you can beat the Black Friday rush if you don't have the time to go and get your cards or go online and shop, or if you want to control your spending, come on here, get your card from us.
And there's a digital card.
It's a digital card,
right?
And you can make your purchases straight up using the gift cards from us.
Now, let me ask you a question with that gift card situation, because I know for a lot of persons, one of the issues that they have is that
they get $1.25 left over.
No, not even that. One of the issues that you have small businesses. People will come, because I know every time I see like a small business, I'll be like, "Oh man, you have a cool product. I don't necessarily have a need for this, but I think it'd be a cool gift for somebody or whatever. But I don't want to buy them a cake or a cupcake right now because they don't they might want it later on or whatever. I don't want to buy them an ice cream sculpture now. Can I get a gift card? These smaller businesses don't necessarily have gift cards. So is that a
yes?
As a merchant, can I come to you and say, hey, can you put me in the gift card section?
Yes.
And so I could tell people buy gift cards through
That's
Sun
something
Cash.
that we have coming. That we want to launch that it's going to be launched early in the new year. But yes, our merchants now are gearing up for it.
Especially for Christmas time.
Yeah.
That's a perfect, you could rush out and try to buy somebody a gift. Or you could say, hey, I got you a gift card.
And you use it how you want.
Right.
And yeah, we have that. That's coming real soon. But in the meantime, you could buy one of our vouchers, and that acts the same way. So it's not specifically for, let's say, for example, for a bush cook, but that voucher would allow you to make purchases there or anywhere where Sun Cash is accepted.
If I hit suggest a nickname, it'll still give me an option to opt out or whatever they say, right?
Yeah.
I just wanna. I don't wanna. Okay, so they're saying, should I want my nickname to be Stephen Han? I guess Han is too long.
Yeah.
But see, I don't know, because then all my other nicknames are like Shin Win, but then people don't know how to spell that, and that's gonna.
But once they
reduce-
get it, I mean, you could just copy paste and share it.
Yeah, I know, but I also want it to be in their head.
Gotcha.
So like,
Gotcha. It's
when
easy.
So spell it so that people can.
that's not gonna
spell
help
it.
them. SCHINNGUYEN.
No, yeah, you can't. It's got to be win, like win. Everybody know win. While you figure that out, so you can give it out. Let's take this break for the morning business report.
Ready to save? You can put $100 into the CFAL Savings Express Plan and make sure your money keeps growing. Earn interest on your savings while you're sleeping, eating, or standing in line at the bank. Ready to invest? Start by putting $1,000 into our mutual funds and earn interest there too. Because at CFAL, your interest is our interest. Visit CFAL.com to start now. CFAL, growing wealth for future generations of Bahamians.
We know how important collecting your money can be to the success of your business. Start your relationship with Fidelity today so that we can show you the many options available to you with our merchant services. From click and pay options online to merchant terminals and e-commerce options. We're here to help your business succeed. For more details, speak to one of our business development officers at 356-7764 in Nassau or 352-6676 in Freeport. Visit our website at fidelitygroup.com or visit any of our branches.
The Better Network is giving you bigger savings at Alive's Black Friday sale. With select store and van locations opening as early as 6 a.m. Purchase devices as low as $29 and receive doorbuster prizes, accessories, and so much more. Don't want to wait? Alive customers can beat the Black Friday rush and shop online as early as 12 a.m. with even more deals. Friday the 25th of November, Alive's Black Friday sale. You don't want to miss it. Visit BeAlive.com for more information.
Helping out each other, family and everybody. It's a simple act of kindness with you, me, and RBC.
This Christmas, let's spread some good together with RBC. Share your acts of kindness stories on RBC's Caribbean Facebook and Instagram pages, and a registered charity of your choice could be selected to receive a donation from RBC because it feels good to do good.
Showing acts of kindness, RBC.
It's time for your morning business report brought to you by CFAL. AGIA International Limited intends to build a luxury cryptocurrency community on the site where convicted conman Billy McFarland intended to hold his infamous Fire Festival. The community will create 125 long-term hospitality jobs and 150 construction jobs, according to an article on BusinessWire.com. The article said the project has been given the go-ahead by the Bahamas Investment Authority and is in line with Prime Minister Philip Davis's crypto hub vision for the Bahamas. The AGIA said in the article that it plans to sell 60 ultra-luxurious pavilions and villas through a series of upcoming non-fungible token mints on the Ethereum blockchain. And Minister of Economic Affairs Michael Halkida said in a statement that the world's second largest cryptocurrency exchange, OKX, is committed to growing the digital asset space in the Bahamas. The statement explained that OKX is the lead sponsor of the upcoming and inaugural D3 Bahamas FinTech Festival being put on by the Securities Commission of the Bahamas. OKX recently became a licensee of the SCB under the Digital Assets and Registered Exchanges Act. Halkitis and a team from the Ministry of Economic Affairs dropped in at OKX's offices while visiting Singapore recently for the Society of Trusts and Estates Practitioners Asia Conference, according to the statement. Halkitis said the government has embraced OKX as it continues to move quickly to turn the Bahamas into its regional fintech hub. And the Central Bank of the Bahamas and Omni Financial Group have now enabled the Salvation Army to receive their donations in digital payments through the Sand Dollar. Salvation Army Divisional Commander for the Bahamas and Turks and Caicos, Major Rudolph Mayo, said while this initiative allows those who do not carry cash to donate easily to the Salvation Army, it also allows those in the Family Islands to easily donate. He said, quote, "We are encouraging people to use your digital wallet and donate to the Salvation Army. The central bank has pledged to match every Sand Dollar given to the Salvation Army up to a certain amount." Yesterday, the central bank began the donations off with a pledge of $2,500. And in your business news overseas, inflation is hovering over shoppers heading into Black Friday. Shoppers return to the familiar holiday shopping patterns, but were weighed down by inflation this Black Friday after 2 seasons marked by pandemic worries and supply issues. Due to elevated prices for food, rent, gasoline, and other household costs, many were reluctant to spend unless there was a big sale. Shoppers were being more selective, selecting cheaper options, dipping more into savings, and turning to buy now, pay later services that allow payments in installments. Some were also running up their credit cards at a time when the Federal Reserve is hiking rates to cool the U.S. economy. Financial hardships were driving shoppers to look for bargains. Macy's Herald Square in Manhattan, where discounts included 60% off fashion jewelry and 50% off selected shoes, was bustling with shoppers early Friday. The traffic was significantly larger on Black Friday compared to the previous 2 years because shoppers feel more comfortable in crowds, Macy's CEO Jeff Jennett said. And that's your morning business report brought to you by CFAL, growing wealth for future generations. And welcome back to Morning Blend Business. I'm Chester Robards along with Stephen Hanna, and we're talking to Stephen Gay about Suncash and what Suncash has got going on, and a lot of things going on. So you got a bumper sticker promotion that's starting on Monday, and you have $25,000 worth of prizes.
Cash and prizes, yes, sir.
Cash and prizes with that. And we heard, I guess, during the break, we found out that the gift card.
Our gift cards,
thing,
yes. Our merchant gift cards. And Stephen, you talked about, you asked about if our merchants can have gift cards. We're launching that December 10th. So you'll be able to, as you sign up now, you'll be able to send us your logos and your artwork. We create a digital gift card for you that you'll be able to send out to your customers and clients, and be able to offer gift cards. Same for you, Chester, with the Chick Johnny Challenge.
Chick Johnny Challenge.
Yeah,
Yeah,
man.
it's awesome.
So we could give help. We were trying to hit them SMEs, to make sure that you have the opportunity to compete with everybody.
I mean, it's great because it's been difficult for small businesses to, even get digital payments from, now the Stone Age digital payment of swiping cards. It's Stone Age now, isn't it?
Pretty much.
Early.
You got to tap these days.
Yeah.
Well,
and
yeah.
scan your face.
If you're international, but then it is payments don't like to.
Some stores that you don't care for have to unplug their machines and plug them back in every time you try to swipe.
And Suncash has a solution for that, man.
Yeah, that's the internet.
Yeah, man.
That's the internet? Oh, okay.
But you know,
the machines look a little shoddy too. They're a little rough.
Yeah, man. But I want to send a shout out to my Suncash team. Good morning, everybody. Well, how y'all doing this morning? I want to send a shout out to everybody, from the general manager to the HR people. Like I got to shout the HR that time a month. Shout out to, especially a shout out to Mr. Desmond Pipe from that's the man there. He's the guy who's making all this technology possible for you, Stephen. Did you know that all of this tech that we created here through Suncash is Bahamian?
You mean the Bahamian persons are working on it?
No. Created. Mr. Pyfrom developed every piece of this tech.
Okay.
So it speaks volumes to what Bahamian minds can do. Some people don't think that we could do it, but some people are skeptical. But we've proven that Bahamians can do big things, and Mr. Pyfrom is a testament to that. Big time. Can't run from it. Got to give props where props do, bro.
That's true. That's true.
Got to.
So tell us again what services that you can use on the Suncash app. I know one of them is one of the big things is money transmission because you go to some stores, brick and mortar stores, and they got lines out the door and down the street. But what's different with this?
Well, with this one here, like first of all, like if you run through our app, first on the top of mind is to top up your phones. So you could, like I mentioned earlier, you could top up phones anywhere in the world, not just Alive and BTC. So if you got family members who are in Quebec and they have a prepaid system, you could send them a couple of dollars, say, hey, keep your phone on, and just stay in touch. Same thing with Digicel in the Caribbean. We bring that to you right in the palm of your hand. So if you got a couple of dollars in your wallet, you can send a $5 top up to Haiti. Boom, stay connected. You can request money. Now this is what we talked about from pair to pair. So if I could send you a request right now, and I could say, okay, Chester, send me $3, and it'll send a SMS saying Stephen Gage requesting $3, and it'll have my short code, the same code that Stephen is working on right now.
Oh yeah, I went with Stephen Hanna.
Yeah.
Okay, so make your big announcement, Stephen. If people want to send you anything right now,
if you want to send me
Suncash
somebody,
wallet listener, if they want to send them some money,
it's Suncash
just
.me.
Just because 'tis the season.
/Stephen with a V.
Mm-hmm. So you took a hit there.
Which way?
By spelling your name wrong. Or is that?
It's
how you
very
spell your name?
complicated. It's complicated. It's a complicated situation. Just it's Stephen with a V.
Okay.
Hanna, HANNA.
Right.
You could send me
So okay,
something via.
now read it all out there one time.
Hold on. Where do I go?
What's the first part?
This way?
Which way?
How do I get to the?
To send money?
No, it's in more. Oh, request money.
Yeah. And so then, so this is what it's going to look like once we get here.
Right.
So I have the option.
So
of
you write out. Oh.
So this is I already
Okay.
put in. I'm going to send this to you, Chester.
Okay.
I'm requesting $1 for lunch, and they you can ask what it's for. I can then send it via WhatsApp or QR code through $. So let's say I send it through WhatsApp, right? What happens now?
So there's a new way to beg money too.
Yeah. Right, I wouldn't say big, but to transfer money.
Yeah.
To share.
But then the person know what you want it for.
Yeah, and then so once you send that money over,
right,
the same link that Steven's working on, that's going to be a part of the message I send to you.
Right.
So you just tap on that, and then you can say yay or nay.
And
then you can send me the money.
Yeah, suncash.me /Stephen Hanna with a V. Yeah. Oh boy, did I just hear that? Okay. I think I said a blank message, but that's fine. Yeah. All right. So
Who you send a blank message to?
Oh, well, if you didn't get one, then don't worry about it.
I ain't asking me for money.
No, I thought I broadcast.
I got some sand dollars I could sand.
Yeah, man. So what did you think about the sand dollar experience at Jollification?
I thought it was great. I thought it was amazing. It was easy. It was like I just scanned a barcode just to buy some treats, and it was just like, you feel like you were waiting for something else. You know what I mean? But then you just, you're staring at the vendor staring at you, and she's like, "That's it," and I'm like, "Okay." It's too easy sometimes.
But that's the point. And,
Yeah.
and I think that definitely inside a world where one of the issues that I have had as a creative, I know people always, this NFT pyramid scheme foolishness, right? That's going around. You have people saying, okay, this is how you do it and all this different stuff.
Right.
But if NFTs are supposed to be this digital currency, but my issue is that not this digital currency, this digital asset, right?
Right.
But let's say I do music and I could sell that digitally.
Right.
What if I can sell artwork? What if I could sell videos? Anything like that. These things I could sell digitally, but payment is always an issue. And I know that people are like, oh, you could get Stripe and all this different stuff, right? But the steps involved with getting that.
Yeah.
And even still, behemoths are still like in my mind. As a behemoth, I have to know this person personally for me to even trust the Stripe on their website.
Right.
I'm not putting in my credit card information on a random website. But now it's like if I have this link, you know what I'm saying? Like there are steps involved where I could be like, oh, this is like money back and forth. We could do this transaction and I could send you the digital asset. I could send you the music. I could send you the video. I could send you whatever.
Yeah.
Right? And even people are doing stuff commercially, same thing or whatever. But like this removes certain barriers for certain persons.
Exactly.
In terms of commerce and interaction.
Right.
So it's like
Right.
I see the benefit of this.
Yeah.
In a big way. And I think that like, when you talk about removing barriers, I remember the first time when I was on a transaction, I was able to see a transaction between one of the big vendors who were at Jollification. And I was able to see them take more than $1,000 and move that from their wallet to their bank account. And to just sit there and watch it, I was like, we onto something.
Yeah.
We in a whole different space now, you know? And so now this reduces time in the bank, and again, the cash on hand. And so it's like we are living in a very interesting time, and I'm happy to be a part of this company who was able to make this happen for the Bahamian people. We've been crying for this kind of thing for a long time. We've been asking for options.
Yeah.
Now we have it. You know, so I think we should all just let's embrace it. I know last time some people were saying that this is a little devil revelation type situation, you know. But I mean, no, it's we want to make the ease of doing business.
I want you to know that they said that for literally every version, because my uncle had a VHS explaining how credit cards, because this video came out in the 80s, how credit cards was the end of the world. The magnetic strip is ushering in, the end time. And it's now everybody have the back of your NIB card.
So the magnetic strip in the VHS wasn't ushering in anything?
No, that's a different magnetic strip. Also, when you don't know how the technology works.
Oh, okay.
Right? And so it's like there are always going to be persons who are afraid of the thing that already exists. You know what I'm saying? But things aren't evil. You got it is how we use the things, and so that's my general position on it.
And I think that we're heading in a good direction. I know personally I like it a lot because it helps me to, like with my son when he'd be like, "Daddy, I want Robux."
I know it's gonna be Roblox.
And I'm like, so I just go in there.
Yeah.
I go in the app. I get him a $20 card. I send it, and I just when the code comes in, I just send it over to his iPad, and he say, "Oh, thanks, Dad."
Don't worry about FTX. Roblox is the one who pumped in money in this country.
Yeah, there must be something biblical about that one.
Anyway, and it's be so much. It's be so much.
You wouldn't believe how much kids they'll come into some of our locations, and they'll be like our iTunes, big seller. You know, kids come in there, I need a $20 card, I need a $10 card. And then they had the next one, oh, I need $20 of Robux. I'm like, wow. You know, but just being able to make it available, especially for when we look at like the gift cards. Let's take, for example, Walmart. I know I've had some challenges making purchases with my debit card on Walmart's website because it's out of country.
Yeah, I know Apple used to have that issue with
when you buy it direct from the site, eh?
Right.
But when you come through our app and you buy the cards from us, we take that hassle, we take that away completely. So now you're able to make your Walmart purchase. Now you're able to make your direct Apple purchases with using your own card. Because let's say, for example, you connect your card
to your
SunCash wallet. You just make that transfer over, make that purchase, boom, we done.
So now, when you do your videos, Stephen, and you say like, donate, you're gonna use a digital wallet. Is that how that works?
Yeah.
We're also supported by PayPal too, right?
Yeah, no, I see.
You see it there, right?
PayPal, yeah.
So now you can connect that too.
Well,
but PayPal fees be crazy.
Yeah. I'm just saying.
I'm trying to think to pull my money from PayPal and put it into. Can I pull my money from PayPal to Dingham?
You know we got cameras in here, right?
That's what I need to do. But yeah, I saw you can connect it to PayPal and you can connect it to your account as well as your debit card. And so before I do all that stuff, I'm probably gonna upload my passport. But I see where it's the $500 you get. You have a $500 limit.
Yeah.
Without like the extra information, but anything beyond that, like when you want to get to, moving back and forth, crazy money, then that's when you need to. Okay, we need to know
exactly what's happening,
right? And put in your government ID and all.
Yeah, and again, that's the central bank KYC.
Right.
So so tell us about the levels, and is it different for SMEs then? So you got 3 tiers of the personal wallets, right? And then you got something different
for the businesses. I can't remember offhand the full tiers for 3 for the businesses, but I know we have around about it's like 2,500. I think it is. I'll verify that for you before the end of the show. But there are tiers,
right?
So that once you provide all your KYC info, you get a certain amount, and then once you get all that's verified, when our compliance comes back and say, okay, Stephen Allen's good, we give him the green. We roll out the red carpet for him.
Right. I'm being told that you should check your wallet.
Nice check my wallet. Probably sent to the right Stephen. I mean, I would. Yes, they probably did. Okay, so how do I got to come out of it?
Yeah, just refresh it.
How do
you just close it out and open it back up?
Okay, I'll do that. I'll close them. All right, let's see. Let's see. Oh, go to the next one. See, I have so much apps on this phone. I found it. SunCash. It's next to my Fiverr app.
Okay. Is this gonna be? What's gonna happen?
Okay, we're gonna find it.
I've not had this level of suspense in a long time.
Somebody sent me $10.
What? It worked, huh?
It did work.
So go have some lunch on us today.
How do I find out who sent it to me?
Oh, that's interesting.
You'll get an SMS notification, and it'll tell you so and so, or in this case.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh.
It'll tell you that. It'll say like, okay, well, Chester sent you money, or whatever.
It wasn't Chester.
Yeah, I know.
No.
But so go have some lunch on us today if you want. Go to Bamboo Shack right down the road here and do your face page. Check it out and test it. If you did you set up the face page?
Yes.
You just set up face page just now?
I set up while I was talking.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh,
So
gee.
the face
Check it
page
out.
is
Now
pretty
that
simple.
fella in Freeport, Albuquerque,
Jerry, Jerry also has $10. but I mean, luckily they have 2-factor authentication, so I it'll come to my phone and say, hey, just in case, it's Stephen or Jerry.
We got a call coming in. I guess there's a question about this. Let's take that call. Good morning, caller. Welcome to Morning Blend Business. You there? Caller? No? Okay. All right. So the show is almost complete. So Stephen, tell us what you guys got going on again. Tell us about this car thing, the sticker bumper thing, whether you could put it on your jacket or not.
They say they just need to see it.
Okay.
Yeah, we have a bumper sticker promotion that's going to be rolling out on Monday. And we want to encourage everyone to come into SunCash and load your wallet we just want you to make a load. Just load your wallet. We're looking at a minimum of $25 for an entry. Every $25 gets you a chance to win.
Okay.
So you load it up, and we give you a bumper sticker. Place it on your car, on your jacket. Once you're spotted by a member of our team, then you'll be contacted to say, hey, you win a prize.
Okay.
And we look to do like raffles every Friday
Mm-hmm.
to straight through into January to say to exhaust all our prizes and stuff. So we just want to keep the excitement rolling in the Sun Cash throughout the whole holiday season.
Oh.
You know?
Awesome.
And don't forget to go stop on and log on and check out some gift cards. I know you all got your little ones. And nieces, nephews, whatever.
Yeah.
Get them some Robux.
Nope, not gonna encourage it.
I got some Robux for my niece, and it was.
Then they disappear
Oh,
she was
for
so
an
happy.
hour, and then they come back and they say,
I didn't know how much love you could get.
Okay,
so I just need another $50.
Yeah, that's exactly what it's like.
Or just get them like my son messaged me a little while ago, say, Daddy, when I come home from school, I need an Xbox card. And I'm like, oh my God, Christmas coming, you know.
Slow down.
You're just a gamer, right?
No.
No?
What, he looked like a gamer?
Yeah.
I mean, he looked like a gamer.
I was just about to say, man, we got to join my team and do some Call of Duty.
I'm a writer. I don't really do any. I don't game like that.
You don't have time for
apologize.
those
I apologize. I
You know
apologize. But you know what? Thank you for the invitation. But there are other, but that's
Chester, you game?
I don't game. I don't have.
Chester.
I'm sure I don't look like a gamer, do I?
Probably
I don't
you
know.
know. He builds stuff.
Oh,
yeah, I build stuff.
Yeah, he does. He's busy 3D printing and
Yes,
stuff.
that's what I do. So,
But you could buy some stuff. Well, you could buy your supplies from Walmart. Just
Yeah.
buy your Walmart card from us.
All the
Right.
Get your stuff.
plasticine and stuff.
So if I buy a Walmart card on my Suncash thing, if I travel to the States, is it usable like
Yes,
that?
it's still usable because we're going to give you, because Walmart will generate that code, and so that you'll be able to use it right there.
Oh, okay.
So it's either or how you want to use
Yeah,
it.
yeah.
We're bringing it here to you for your convenience.
All I got to do is make sure my phone don't dead.
That's all.
So once my phone don't dead, we good.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Okay. That's all right. Any final words?
I'd like to tell everyone, Suncash is all you need. We got it all for you. We all you need. We're safe, reliable. We're gonna try to do bigger and better things going into the new year. We're off Bahamian company, Bahamian technology. We're it, man. We all you need.
Yeah. Someone tell me I must remind everyone that you could save gas and time and send your money to Philippines and Haiti and Jamaica and everywhere right from your phone.
That's true.
Yeah.
That's true. And you could do all that through Western Union. So, so let me show you.
Inexpensively as well.
Yeah, 50% off. Once you go into the Western Union portion of the Suncash app, all transactions are 50% off.
Wow, that's pretty good. What a Black Friday deal. But that's always dealing.
That's it. Yeah, but that is Black Friday, Black Sunday, whatever. It's just Suncash. We making it happen for you.
Yeah, well, there you go. Let me just do this appeal for this texter who says, can any of you or your associates that help me direct me in getting a I-94 form because they need to sit a Florida driver's test to get a CDL permit.
What?
And they want to secure a seat at CDL training school, which is the 4-week course. And they say they tried to contact the U.S. Embassy with no success. And they want to be contacted, 803-9045. The person's name is Sean, so I'm trying to help you out here.
Because his name is Sean.
Anybody from the U.S. Embassy who could help this person.
I don't think they return calls, but okay.
I'm pretty sure
there are persons that
try to go
third-party
down
vendors
to
that
the
help.
U.S. Embassy and go right to the security booth and tell them what you need, and
so
that
they
could be
could
another
cover that.
option.
Come from brother. There are people, the same people who help with like visa applications might be able to help.
Yeah, try and send an email. You could probably even do that as well. Yeah.
But
so, that's the show.
All right,
What were you gonna say?
No, I was gonna ask them where the locations are. But I mean, I look forward to using this.
Well, before we go, I can tell you the locations. We have a location in the Modern Marathon in CTI Electronics. We have
Okay.
one in there. We have DC Technology. Okay. We have our head office on East Street North, right next to the new Wendy's. We have one in Bargain City in the by Roker's gas station on Carmichael Road. We also have one in the Old Fort Bay shopping center.
Right.
In Friendly Pharmacy. And we also have one in Freeport. And so we are covered pretty much around the country. We have other locations in San Salvador, Maguana.
And you could always just go online.
Yeah. So you can literally send money around the Bahamas through the SunCash wallet. Literally. So I tell you, we are literally all you need.
There you go. There you have it. Stephen Hanna.
What's good?
My brother. Always a pleasure. Stephen Gay from SunCash. We appreciate you coming on and talking to us.
I appreciate you.
And Bahamians, Bahamas, fellow residents, and everybody, my fellow Bahamians, have a great day